Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hello, I know I'm early. I know I am early. Yes. But I just got finished drinking some coffee. So I was like, let me go live. Let me go live. If anybody knows how to shut off Messenger on Facebook, can you please tell me? So I could shut my messenger off. But anyway, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hey, Rita, Queen, Jessica, Rashida, Cookie, Kimberly, Milan. Hey, girl. Kenjo, A New Day, Mama 3, Yolanda, Neek, Sam. Hey, Sam, girl. Trust no one but God. Hey, Lynn Ross. Is that a different Jessica or is that the same one? Oh, yes, a different Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Elros. Hey, Lynn. Hey, it's my lady. Hey, Nahimi. How are you, girl? Somebody said no name. Hey, no name. Hey, Free. Hey, Diana. Hey, y'all. Woo, child. Listen. I came early tonight, y'all. I came early. I think I came, about an hour early? Yo, about an hour, 15 minutes early. But it's going to be okay. Because, we got some bingo to play tonight. So I was like, you know what? Let me come on over here. She said, deactivate messenger. Yeah, how you do that? Hey, Diana. Hey, Rita. Hey, it's my soft skills. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab a water right quick. I'll be right back. I forgot my water. I need to get me a water. Water. Thank you, babe. Appreciate y'all. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Pretty C. She said, delete the messenger app. No. I think it's another way you do it. I think you can turn it off. You know what I mean? Like turn it off and turn it back on. I just want to turn it off for like 2 weeks because, I don't need all the messages. She said, I'm playing tonight. I'm off. Okay. We're going to play earlier tonight. Because I'm coming live earlier. Some of y'all caught me earlier. So anywho, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Y'all, tonight we are talking about what? What did we say we was going to talk about tonight? What are we talking about tonight? What are we talking about tonight, y'all? Let me see if y'all remember. I didn't put it in a title because I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if they remember. What are we talking about tonight? She said, I delete my messenger. You delete the whole thing, like delete the app? She said, Google, remember that you have to deactivate your Facebook account in order to see the option to deactivate your messenger. To deactivate messenger after you deactivate your Facebook. I don't want to deactivate my Facebook. I just want to close down my messenger to where nobody can send me a message for like 2 weeks. I get way too many messages, and I understand that, there's some messy boots out there in these streets, some headless, messy boots that like to jump in your inbox and just keep stuff just going, and I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to delete it. She says, what we wanted to be growing up versus what we are now. Yes, that's it, Rashida. Yes, girl, yes. She said, hello, more in chat, and God bless. Hey, Arlene, how are you? Hey, Tamik, hey, girl. I just want to see. She said, you can't delete Messenger without deleting Facebook. Are you sure? Because I thought you could. Because I remember it's asking me, did I want to receive messages on that page? And I said, yes. So I thought it was a way that you could say, no, you don't want to receive the messages. She said, delete the app, but I can't delete the app if I'm on a desktop. Like I'm on a desktop right now. When I go to my messenger is flooded. I get so many messages all day, every day, saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that. And I'm over it, y'all. I'm so over it, honey. Child, y'all, I'm so over it, child. You hear me? I'm so over it, for real, for real. We too old. We too old. We too old to be yelling to the top of our lungs, baby. You hear me? Too old. Too old. She said Messenger is a separate app and shouldn't affect Facebook. That's what I was thinking. She said, no, you should be able to delete Messenger. That's what and not even really delete it. I just want to turn it off. I just don't want to have no access to it. Well, not no access. I want it to be where no one, I don't want to have to go down the list and just stop communication with one individual at a time. She said, I'm so glad you're live. Hey, P Mac. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hey, girl, I'm going to get your name right tonight. But I wanna be able to just do it all at one time. She said, you should be able to mute it. That's what I want to do. Does anybody that just came in know how to just pause Facebook Messenger for like 2 weeks or, whatever? How do I mute it? Not mute like notifications. Hey, Levette. Hey. I want to be able to deactivate it to where nobody can send me a message. What's up, Amore? Showing love. Hey, Big Cheese. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, A New Day. I just want to be able to like just turn it off to where nobody can send me messages for like 2 weeks or 3, maybe. I don't know. Just deactivate. How you deactivate though without deactivating your how you deactivate it without deactivating your page? I don't want to deactivate my page. She said, hold on, I'm finna go check it out. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Hey, Troy Parks. What's going on? Hey, Miss Gordon. Hey, y'all. Sometimes you got to just deactivate. You know what I'm saying? She says, about time. I'll be ready for you to go live. Hey, Magnificent. She said, you can go to settings and deactivate it. Without deactivating my page, hold on, let me see. Settings. Let me see. And to be honest, I want to do it. I want to do it on both my pages. Well, all 3. Y'all know I got 3. She said, just delete the Messenger app. But the Messenger app is on my phone. I'm talking about like right now I'm talking to y'all through my desktop. I do my lives through my desktop. Most of them anyway. I do my lives through my desktop. She said, use the do not disturb. Do they have that? Let me see. I don't know if they have a do not disturb. Let me see. Well, let's just see. But I think it's on. But you got to do that individually. I don't want to just, hold on, let me just see before I say that. Before I say that, let's just see. Because I think the do not disturb you have to do individually. She said, when you get off, just delete it off the desktop. Listen, y'all, it's not a separate app on the desktop. It comes with your page. On the phone is a separate app, but not on the desktop. But Jessica said she about to go figure it out. I just want to I don't want no messages right now. She said, no. She said, I got blocked for asking a question in that lady's live. She said, no, it's under notification and sounds. Under notification and sounds. Let me see. I see notifications. Allow notifications. Comments, allow notifications. Suggestions. Well, that's just for that's just receiving. That's just saying, do I have a message? Yeah, I need to figure Facebook out. Hey, Courier. Hey, peace starts within. You got that right. Peace does start within. Y'all know something. It's like the more you want to have peace, it seems like that's when daggers and stuff just be thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? When you want to have peace. She said it may be different on the desktop. You might be right. It may be different on the desktop. Well, I figured it out, y'all. And Jessica said she's going to go figure it out and come back. Well, Jessica, I hope you come back so you can be ready for our show. She said, in order for one to inbox you, you're going to have to delete the whole app, not Facebook Messenger. Hey, Neo girl. She said, yes, protecting your peace is very important. Girl, it's important, but sometimes it's so hard. Oh my God. Sometimes it's so hard, but it's okay. Hey, Kimberly T, we're going to get this together. So tonight, y'all, we are talking about what did you want to be when you were selecting your career goals? What did you want to be and what did you end up being? Hold on one second. She said, I looked, but I didn't see anything but deactivate. Okay, Jessica Taylor, thank you. I figured it out. So when you were selecting your career goals, or when you was a young girl and when you went to high school and when you went to college, what did you want to be? A lot of people, when those career people come out to your school, the teachers, the police officers, the firemen, the lawyers, the doctors, they come out to your school, the dentists, they come out to your school and you're like, oh, I want to be a dentist. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be a nurse. What did you want to be and what did you end up being? I'm going to go first. I said it last night. I wanted to be several things. I did, and it just kept changing until I got some help, okay? I got some help in changing it, okay? Well, should I say I got some help in deciding. So I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a dermatologist because I had acne. Well, I'm going to explain why I wanted to be these things. I wanted to be a pilot to conquer my fear of heights. So I was like, I'm going to be a pilot. That way I won't be afraid of heights no more. Yeah, I said that, right? I wanted to be a dermatologist because I had acne as a teenager. And every now and again, I still get acne. You know, I'll get like these 1 or 2 bumps pop up on my face periodically. I don't know why, but I'm 51 years old and it just never seems to fail. 1 or 2 bumps pop up on my face. I think it might be hormones or something like that. So I wanted to be a dermatologist to fight acne. So I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a dermatologist. I wanted to be a lawyer because I feel like I'm a great debater. You know, it's hard to argue me down, but you know, until I just sometimes just wave the white flag and be like, fuck it, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to argue no more, right? So I wanted to be a lawyer. And I wanted to be an accountant only because of the money. For a split second, I wanted to be a police officer, but not for long. I don't know what the hell got into me about that one. I was like, I'm going to be a police officer. Yeah, okay, no, not. And I said dermatologist, pilot, lawyer, accountant, police officer. Why is it one more? Wait a minute. I wanted to be an accountant. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a dermatologist. I wanted to be a pilot, a police officer just for a little bit. But I ended up being a military officer. And guess what? A military officer in HR. And I never wanted to join the military. I didn't join the military until I was 22 years old. That was not my goal at all. That was my sister's goal. She went to ROTC in high school and all that stuff, whatever. That was her goal, never my goal. I never went to ROTC in high school or nothing like that. That was definitely not my goal. However, I got a job working at the PX on Post. If anybody don't know what the PX is, it's just a post exchange store, a military Walgreens or something like that, right? Well, a military Walmart, I guess you could say that. And I was working there, and I used to see these soldiers come in every single day buying shit. And I was like, damn, why they always have money? Because the sister girl didn't have no money. I didn't have money to just go buy $1.75 Gatorade and, you know what I mean, $1.25 candy bar and a 65-cent bag of chips or something like that. I didn't have money like that to do that. And they used to do it every day, buying snacks, buying drinks, buying beer. And I was like, dang, they have money all the time. And I was like, damn. The military, you rich. That's what I thought, right? I was like, the military, you rich in the military. So I was like, I'm going to join the military so I can have money like they do. Yeah, so that's why I ended up joining the military. And I just so happened to be, get into personnel. And then once I went to school and got my degrees, I got my undergrad in business and then turned around and my master's was in HR because I had enough credits to do HR pretty much. So now that's my story. Who's next? Do y'all want to drop the link instead, or do y'all want me to just read y'all's off in the chat? Let me know. Let me know. She said, I'm trying to figure, okay. She said, hey, how long have you been on? I literally just came on, Miss Heard. You wanted to be an engineer? Okay, so you wanted to be an engineer, L. Rose. What did you end up being? Or did you want to be an engineer and you end up being an engineer? Neo said, I wanted to be a lawyer or a movie director, but life made me a chef and a truck driver. Oh, wow. What a difference. So you wanted to be a lawyer or a movie director, but you were a chef? Okay, girl. I didn't know you was a chef. Gone, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's a big difference, Neo. Life will do it, won't they? Peace starts within said, I wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer, an astronaut, etc., but ended up being a stay-at-home mom who owns a landscaping business. Oh, wow. That's a difference too, but that's rewarding. You ended up with your own business, and landscaping is good money, girl. You always have work, honey, because people don't like to do their yards no more, i.e. me. Don't like to do their yards no more, girl. So I don't think that's a bad move at all. Wow. Astronaut? Wow, that's impressive. She said, I wanted to be in Air Force mortuary affairs. So is that what you wanted to do? Or is that just what you do right now? It's my soft life. Cassie says, I still want to be a nurse, a BSN. Do you still have time to do it, Cassie? Never too late. I ain't gonna say never, but you know what I mean. Sharonda says, I wanted to be a lawyer, turned out to be a nursing assistant. Okay, rewarding job. Rewarding job. I think we all wanted to be a lawyer, huh? Tamik says, I wanted to be a magic wand. So you can turn things the way you want it, girl. She said, I wanted to be a magic wand. What do you do to me? Miss Gordon said, yep, I used to work at the PAs and the shop at On Base, so you already know. Glenn said, I wanted to be an accountant and I wanted to go to the military. I went to college on a basketball scholarship. Okay, impressive, Glenn. You played ball. And I got 2 degrees, accounting and finance, but I joined the police department. Well, that's not too far off. I mean, you got a degree in accountants and finance. You went to the police department for 27 years. That's almost like the military. So it's not that far off. But you became a police officer with an accounting and finance degree? Wow, what a difference. What a difference. You went from a business major to a criminal justice job. That's impressive. Water said, I wanted to be a cosmetologist, homicide detective, and now I'm in school for human services. What does human services do? Water yourself. What do human services do? Do you know how to do hair? Is that something that you always knew how to do? Homicide detective. You wanted to be with the FBI, baby. She said, a nurse always associated with healthcare. Now I work for healthcare insurance. Okay, that's not too far off. I guess you wanted to be a nurse, but now you work for healthcare insurance. Well, that is kind of off. I mean, yeah, that is kind of off because you went from healthcare to really healthcare insurance is more on the business side, right? Miss Hurd said, this live is so refreshing. I can't stand hearing all that rah-rah negativity crap anymore. Yeah, you're not going to hear no rah-rah negativity over here, honey. I'm done with all that yelling and screaming and straining your vocal cords. You know what I'm saying? Water said, I went to school for criminal justice, graduated, and then back for Homeland Security, graduated, ended up back in school for human services. Oh, dang, you went to school for 3 different things. Wow. But criminal justice and Homeland Security, that go hand in hand, don't it? Kind of, maybe. Elrose said, I wish I was in administrative healthcare. How do you get in it? Is it too late? You can do that, can't you? Chester Chaney said, I've always wanted to be a teacher as a young child. Well, I became a preschool teacher, okay? And who would have thought 41 years later, I'm still a teacher? Wow. You wanted to be a teacher as a young child. You became a preschool teacher and you are still a teacher after 41 years. You followed your dream all the way out. Wow, now that's rare, but that's good. That's amazing. Okay. You might be the only one in here that says that. The only one. Wow, you wanted to be a teacher as a young child, and 41 years later, you still a teacher. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I'm impressed. Cassie said, I still want to be a nurse BSN, but I am a corporate call center specialist for a hospital. Are you in school for nursing, or can you do that while you're working as a corporate call center specialist? Because you're at a hospital. They should probably give you some type of, school money or something for you to become a nurse. I think you should do it, Cassie. I think you should do it. A nurse is very rewarding. That's a rewarding job. Not that I'm a nurse, but I think it's rewarding. I like nurses. Boy Mom 2 says, just stopping by to say hello more. Hey, chat. Hey, how you doing, Boy Mama 2? It's My Soft Skills says, what I wanted to do, I am a licensed funeral director and embalmer. Hate I didn't join the Air Force. I was in the Air Force JROTC for 4 years. But wow, okay, you are a funeral director? Oh my God, girl. Girl. You know Phaedra on Atlanta Housewives, that's what she does too. I heard it was money in that. But dang, that's impressive, girl. Child, I'd be so scared, but whew, Lord. But that's good though. I don't know. I think that might be more rewarding than joining the Air Force. I mean, rewarding but scary. I don't know if I could have did it though. I don't know. Coyer says, I wanted to be a nurse. I'm still working on it. I am an ER Tech 2. I work in the emergency room department. Okay. Yeah, you can still do that, Coyer. I say go for it, girl. Get that nursing degree. Get that nursing degree. Don't stop. Get it. Boy Mama 2 said, I've always dreamed of being a nurse. Started off as a CNA, okay, phlebotomist, then medical assistant, and now I'm a welder. Going on 5 years, shaking my head, never know how life would turn out. How in the world did you go from CNA, phlebotomist, medical assistant to a welder? How did you learn how to weld? What, you got to tell us, how in the hell did that happen? What, I mean, did somebody just say, hey, it's good money or something? You got to tell us. You got to tell us, how in the world did that happen? Tamik said, I need to speak to the loss prevention department. Tamik, you are too funny. Cassie said, yes, and they will pay for it. I'm just nervous. Don't be nervous, girl. Do it. You got this, girl. In 2 years, I want you to put a message in my chat and I want you to say, I got my BSN. I am finally a nurse. I want you to tell me that in 2 years, okay? In 2 years, I want you to come back and say, I got my nursing certificate, degree, license, whatever it is, okay? Sharonda said, I was sidetracked from my dreams because my mom got sick when I was in high school. So I had to take care of her. And that's how I ended up in the medical field. Oh, okay. I got you. Because you was taking care of your mom. So you was like, hey, since I'm taking care of my mom, you know, I'm good at it. Okay. I got you, Sharonda. I got you, girl. I got you. What was your dream? You said I was sidetracked from my dream. What dream did you have? Did you list it already? Let me see. Did you put down what your dream was? Oh, you said I wanted to be a lawyer. Oh, I got you. I wanted to be a lawyer and turned out to be a nursing assistant. I got you. Okay, a lawyer that's still taking care of people, kind of. Lawyers take care of people too. Okay. She said, Neo said, nah, Neo can't do dead bodies. But you know what? I heard that a mortician and a funeral director make money, baby. I don't know how true it is, but I just heard they make money. Nick said, I wanted to be a professional basketball player. I work for the government now. I'm considering coaching for Park and Recs when I have some extra time. Okay. But you want to be a professional ball player? How far did you get? And working for the government is not bad. What do you do for the government? I'm considering coaching. Now, if you coach, are you going to do it like voluntarily or you want to get paid for it? Magnificent said it's good money in welding. Is it? Do you have to be school trained for that? Milan said, Cassie, you better go on and get it, girl. Get it now, honey. Hey, Danielle. For those that just came in, we are listing what we wanted to be, what was our dream job, and what did we end up being, like as of right now. What was your dream job, and what are you doing right now? Peace Starts Within said, I bet it's hard being a lawyer with this messed up system. Man, to be honest with you, I believe, well, this is my opinion. I believe lawyers have to be good liars. You know what I'm saying? I believe they have to, I probably can be a lawyer because I can overlook certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? I believe that lawyers have to overlook stuff, put lip gloss on it. You know what I'm saying? Seal it with a kiss, package it up real good and sell it to the world. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that, yeah, I probably would have been a good lawyer. I probably would have been a good lawyer, honey. I would have just put some lipstick on it. Boy Mama 2 said, yes, I had my first son and didn't have time for school anymore and needed to make more money and fast and went to training for welding. And now I weld for a shipyard building naval warship. Oh, wow. Wow. Now, let me ask you something, Mama 2. Is that more of a male dominant field or are there really a lot of females in that field? Because I would think that would be male dominant. And how do they treat you if it is a male dominant? Like, do they accept you in or do they talk shit and you have to cuss their asses out here and there? You know what I mean? Let us know. I would think that it would be male dominant. She said, yes, but the money is good. I'm sure it is. Danielle said, I enrolled in criminal justice because I wanted to do law, then police. Now I work for the government doing cybersecurity and I love it. Yeah, now that's a difference. Cybersecurity is money as well, though. Yes, because, you know, it's needed. Yeah, so it's not far off because don't cybersecurity, well, it does kind of. No. Well, does it fall up under criminal justice or does it fall up under IT? I think it falls up under information technology. Let me know. But I think it can probably do both. Criminal justice, it falls up under criminal justice and IT, I would think. I don't know. She said, I love all you beautiful ladies. professions. Y'all are so inspiring. Yes. Yes. She said, Nahimi says, I wanted to be a nurse, but I ended up working for the state as an interpreter. Wow, you are an interpreter. How you like that? How do you like that? My son was offered an interpreter job in the military and he didn't take it. Talking about it wasn't going to be cool. I'm like, son, you could have learned how to speak Chinese. You know what I mean? Arabic. He like, no, ma, I don't want to do that. They was going to pay for him to go to school. And he, China jokers pick supply. I wanted to freaking cry. I wanted to scream. But how do you like that? An interpreter. Okay. That's very different. But let me tell you something. They be looking for interpreters, girl. Sometimes if you an interpreter, you can get a job and get paid high dollars because, you know, y'all, it ain't a whole lot of y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? Danielle said, girl, these streets are busy today. Hey, honey, they've been busy for the last couple of days. Milan said, I wanted to be in the healthcare field and now I'm a receptionist. What are you receptionist for? Is it in a hospital? Is it in a dentist? Where are you a reception at, Milan? And are you still pursuing healthcare or are you good with being a receptionist? She says, I wanted to be a nurse. She says, I wanted to be a nurse, was a patient care tech. Now I've been working for Chrysler for 12 years. Now, how in the world did you do that? So you was in the healthcare field and you switched over to the car salesman or the car field? Wow. How in the world did you do that? Somebody told you I got a job for you, huh? They said, girl, I got somewhere you can go and make some good money. Tell us about it, Nateria. Tell us about it. Magnificent says, I went to cosmetology school and business office administration, but now I am a self-employed driver. Okay. Auto parts driver, transportation driver, and inventory associate. Do you drive one of them big trucks, like the 18-wheelers? Because, girl, if you do, honey, my hat is off to you, baby. I know females do it, but I couldn't do it, child. I could not do it. But wow, okay. It's under it, but it's almost both because it's like the police of the internet. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Danielle. It is like the police of the internet. So it's under both IT and criminal justice. Milan said, y'all doing y'all thing. These some nice jobs, aren't they, Milan? Hey, Ms. White. She said, hello, more in chat. Hey, how are you? She says, I love it, to be honest, because I already speak that language, so it's easy for me. Which language is it? If you don't mind, which language do you have to have multiple to be an interpreter? I mean, I know you probably speak English, but what language do you interpret? She said, my little sister is an interpreter, so it is so good. She is in Japan right now. Woo! And you can get a job on TV. Like you can get an interpreter job for real. Hey, Rachel. She said, hey, y'all, I made it in. Yes, girl. Hey, girl. Nice to see you here. Listen, for those that just came in, we are listing, we're putting in the chat, what was your dream job? What is it, something that you always wanted to do, but what did you end up doing? We've had one person so far that said that they wanted to be a teacher when they was a little girl, and 41 years later, they are still a teacher. Impressive, huh? She wanted to be a teacher, and 41 years later, she's still a teacher. Boy Mama 2 said, very male dominant, and yes, I let my work speak for itself, girl. Y'all know how the men be with fresh meat in a shipyard, but I hold it down crazy. Y'all, my husband Wells also, we work together. Oh my God, okay, girl. Look at you. Teamwork make a dream work. I'm loving it. You and Misha both. So Misha husband, her and her husband work at the same place, and you and your husband work at the same place, so in the same field. I love it. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, girl. Keep that money in there, girl. How much they make? Like how much, you ain't got to tell me, the amount, like, but like roughly, like, 80,000 and up, 100,000 and up, 60,000 and up. How much they make, boy, mama, too, just in case somebody else in here is interested in doing welding. And how do they do it? Like, what's the requirement? Is it a 6-month certificate, a year certificate, 2 years, 3 years? Tell us. Somebody else might be interested in welding. Sandra said, I love the company I worked for 24 years. 24 years. Wow. Girl, you go ahead, girl. That's dedication. A lot of people ain't doing that these days. A lot of people are throwing the deuces for these long stays at these jobs, especially young people. Them young people are not sticking to no one job. Not at all. Shantisa said, I'm late, but hey, I'm more in chat. Hey, Shantisa. How are you? For anybody that just coming in, we are listing what was our dream job and what did we end up doing. What was your dream job and what did you end up doing? Milan said, I actually like my job, but they do have some programs for sonography that I'm interested in. Is that like just taking like ultrasounds and stuff? No. Sonograph. Sonograph is listening to your ears, right? Is that listening to sounds? I think that's what it is. Tell me if I'm wrong. Do you do like the hearing test or something? Am I saying that right? Lynn Ross says, I'm working with kids and elderly, so I am Cena for 32 years. I love my generic people. Oh, what is that? Geriatric people. So I'm a sinner. What is that? Tell me what you're talking about, Lynn Ross. Rachel said, I thought I would be a grade school teacher. What did you end? Well, I already know what you ended up being, but you got to tell the chat. She ended up being an Air Force airman. An Air Force, actually not airman. You ended up being a master sergeant or something like that, right? But what was your job? I think you was IT too, wasn't you? Or engineering. I know you was one of them. Rashida says, I wanted to be a dental hygienist, but the more I got into the hands-on, I realized it wasn't for me. I am a claim adjuster for a health insurance company. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to be an orthodontist, but you know what? I have to say, dentist, hygienist, when I seen some of the teeth, like they will show you like different teeth, like rotten teeth and teeth, just a whole bunch of decay and how it goes down into the bone, the tooth and then the bone or whatever. I was like, ugh, so disgusting. I probably wouldn't have been a good orthodontist. As soon as somebody opened their mouth that looked rough, I would have been throwing up in their face. No, it wouldn't have been a good thing for me. Tamik said, I wanted to be a pediatrician, but I work at the Global General Motors Technical Center where they create model cars for the future. Top secret intel. Wow. So you went from pediatrician to the creating model cars for the future. Okay. That's what's up. That is what's up, girl. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ms. Gordon says, I've always wanted to be a teacher, but ended up doing pharmacy. Claims for a major pharmacy, no phones, and I love it all. So you just do the claims. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Impressive. Probably more money too, huh? Sounds like more money. I met young ladies on my trip to Africa who were teachers in Egypt, China, and Madrid, Spain. I thought that was awesome. Yes. So if you are a teacher, you can move outside the country. They have lots of jobs that would love for you to be there to help those kids learn English. And girl, they pay for your living. You hear me? You can go over to these different countries and they pay for your apartment. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might pay for your food or give you some type of voucher or something like that. Listen, if y'all ever wanted to stay outside the country for a year or two, y'all should go get a contract as a teacher. I heard they take care of you too, pay you good money. So Don't sleep on it, you know. And she also teaches sign language to the deaf. Oh, wow. Okay. She says, I can't be in a car for more than 4 hours. No, yeah, me neither. That's why I couldn't be a truck driver. She said, Neo said it's a lot of female truck drivers, rookie drivers can make $1,200 a week. Yeah, you know, that might be good, but truck driving wouldn't be for me, baby. I'd be pulling over every 4 hours. I'd never get the job done. You hear me? Shantisa said, y'all job hiring. Hey, truck driving always hiring. Always, you know. Oh, she said she speak Haitian, Creole, and French. Oh, wow, Nahimi. Dang, I wish you could teach me all three of them, but shoot, I think it's too late for me to be trying to learn a language. It might not be, but you know, I'm gonna say it anyway. Glenn said, I actually worked with the FBI and a sergeant for the police department investigation my fraud cases. Oh, wow. Impressive, girl. Impressive life, honey. Magnificent said, round of applause to each and everyone in this chat. Women are so amazing. I know. And y'all got some of these jobs that these men have, y'all. Miss Glenda said, hey, I am a endoscopic nurse for 24 years. I've always wanted to be a nurse. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Miss Glenda, that's a good thing. Is endoscopic, is that a specialty? Is that a specialty? Is it something that you had to go to school additional to do? Ms. White said, I wanted to be an attorney, but now I do event planning and catering. Okay. Did you go to law school at all? Or is it just something that you want to do and then you just end up being an event planning and catering? And event planning and catering, honey, I know that keeps you busy too. Hey, Upper. Hey, Mrs. White. Upper says, I wanted to be a crime scene investigator. Ended up working with DCFS. Wow. How did you go from a crime scene investigator to working for DCFS? What did you do? Did you go to school for crime scene? And that seemed like a freaking awesome job. Crime scene investigator. But you know what? It's an awesome job. But girl, crime scene, that means you see it right after something that happened. You know what I'm saying? Woo, child. That's a lot right there, honey. I don't know. You go in there where nobody done touch nothing, and you get to swiping and doing all that stuff. She said, hot topic with Q said, my dream job was being a dentist. Ended up working for the government in dispatch for over 19 years. Oh, wow. Now working as a dispatch, was that like logistics? Or what did you dispatch, like trucks and stuff like that? From a dentist to a dispatcher. Okay. Glenn says she does fraud cases online, wire fraud. Oh, okay. I know you probably catch a lot of people with that. Miss Hurd said, Upper, I could definitely see you doing that. Yeah. Would you ever try to do it now, Upper? Would you want to switch, or do you like what you're doing now? Magnificent said, my kid's father went to welding school for 2 years. Oh, it's 2 years? Okay, y'all. Welding school is 2 years, and it is good money. Did she ever say how much it pay? Did she ever say how much welding pay? I don't know if she came back and said, what's the starting pay for welding? Glenn said, I investigated all type of fraud, ID theft, bank fraud, insurance fraud, embezzlement, theft, financial fraud. Oh, wow. So now you wasn't on the street. So you was a police officer for 27 years, but you wasn't chasing nobody down and saying, freeze, hands up. Well, that's a good job in the police department. Now, you know what? I would, if I could have had a job like that as a police officer and not have to go knock on nobody door and do no wellness checks, or, you know, stop somebody on the highway and say license, you know, registration and insurance, I probably would have been a cop too. You know what I mean? Now, did you do that all your whole entire police career, or did you have to do the, you know, the street work first? Okay, so that's ultrasound. Okay. She said Haitian Creole and French is the language, Amora. Yes. I wish you could teach it to me. Melinda said, my dream job was to be a choreographer. Blah, I can't even say the word choreographer. I can't even say the word. A dance coach, because I've always been a dancer. Oh, wow. I bet you good at it too. Do you be trying to learn those moves like Beyonce moves and all that stuff? Do you do that? You could do that and make a lot of TikToks, girl. Make you some money, honey. Start you a page. Geriatric is elderly. Oh, is it? Okay, okay. I just learned something. Okay. So you a nursing you a nurse assistant for the elderly. Okay, I got you, Aunt Lynn Ross. I got you. She said two things I would certainly could not do, and that's a gynecologist and a podiatry. Why not podiatry? Now, gynecologist, I get you on that. I probably wouldn't want to be looking in nobody's tail all day either. But why not podiatry? You don't like feet? You don't like nobody's feet, girl. She said it's lucrative, sister, 70K plus, and training is very easy. Simply take up a training course, 10 to 14 weeks, and it's different classes like class A, B, higher the class, more the money, plus more certificates required. Okay. So if anybody interested in wanting to be a welder, starts off at 70,000 plus. And the training is not that hard. The training is 10 to 14 weeks. So anybody, any female that's interested in doing welding, okay? Debbie said, hey, more in chat. I've always wanted to be a nurse and actually was accepted into the LPN program, but withdrew when my kids were younger. Now I'm a clerk at the post office. Oh, wow. You went from a nurse to the post office. But the post office still, that's a good job too. I've always heard in the civilian life anyway. I've always heard. Gina said computer programmer wanted to be a computer programmer, but became an accountant. Oh, wow. Both of them seem hard. Computer programming and then accountant. Both hard jobs, girl, but both rewarding jobs. Miss Gordon said, Lord, the money is great. You gonna be a welder, Miss Gordon? You gonna be a welder. Hey, LaTanya Green. If you just coming in, we are listing down what was your dream job and what did you end up being as of right now. What was your dream job starting off and what did you end up with? Milan said, I love cruising, so I need to work on a cruise ship. You know, I told you the other day, some people live on a cruise ship. Sunshine says, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but I don't do bugs or worms. Now I've been a federal employee for 10 years. But you know what? Why would you think that you would have to deal with bugs or worms to be a veterinarian? Like, do they deal with that type of stuff? I would think that they help like animals. Bugs and worms are insects. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the federal employee for 10 years, honey, you get a whole lot of days off each month. And shoot. Matter of fact, the government probably only worked like 15, 20 days out of the month, for real. Different classes of welders require longer courses, but now they have training classes short as 8 weeks. Okay. P-Mac said, I've always wanted to be a teacher after seeing these kids. After seeing these kids these days, I decline. I am now a nurse and I absolutely love my job. Okay. Now let me ask you something, P-Mac. Would you, now that you are a nurse, would you ever consider being a teacher in the nursing field? Because you could go teach nursing at a university or something, can't you? But you said you love your job. You probably like dealing with the people, huh? Let me know. Let us know. Hey, Radiant Goddess. She says, I wanted to be a defense attorney, but became a community and union organizer. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, you know, defense attorneys make a lot of money, girl. You know what I mean? Because they got to lie their butts off, honey. They got to pretend like they don't know that that person is guilty as crap, honey. They have to pretend that they don't know, and they have to try their hardest to get them off. But wow. But you became a community and union organizer. Okay, okay, okay. Sounds very rewarding. Giving back to the community. She said, now that sounds fun. Which one sound fun? Upper says, I have a BS in criminal justice. Oh, okay. So you already had the degree in that. Yeah, you should I don't know. Crime scene investigator. I mean, it ain't too late. It's not too late. She said, boy, mom, I'm very impressed. I've never heard a woman doing well than me neither. I'm impressed too. She said her and her husband do it. Hey, Ashley, what's going on, lady? Ashley, let me tell you what we're doing. We are writing down what our dream job was and what we ended up doing now. Milan said, upper, I would be scared. I know, right? Glenda Johnson said, I do colon screening for cancer. No, it's just my specialty. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Wow. Radiant said, crime scene investigators are tough. Yeah, they got to be tough because they see some of the most gruesome stuff. Oh, my God, you know? Because you know what? I think the crime scene, like, in order to do the crime scene, sometimes the body's still there, right? Or do they take the body away first? I would think that they would take the body because don't you have to like dust the body and do all that stuff or whatever? I don't know, girl. Woo, I don't know if I can do that one. I don't know. I don't know. Neil said, if my girlfriend dumps again, my next bae going to be a truck driver so we can team drive and make over $200,000 a year. But you know what? What did your girlfriend do now? She don't want to try to be a truck driver? Because 200, but you can make over 200,000 a year by yourself. Because I know some truck drivers that make that by themselves, Neo. But she said, if my girlfriend dumps again, my next bae gonna be a truck driver. Danielle said, upper, me too, low key. I really wanted to be a detective, work for forensics. Oh wow. Look at you, look at these badass women out here. You hear me? Look at these badass women out here. Y'all doing the damn thing. Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls. Who run this mother? Girls. Run this? Girls. She Be Super said, I wanted to be a rapper. My third grade teacher wasn't impressed when I rapped my entire paper on Harriet Tubman. I ended up serving 24 years in the Air Force. Hey, She Be Super. Who? There you go, Rachel. You got an Air Force girl over here, Rachel. 24 years. That's what's up. You want to be a rapper for real? Did you want to be a rapper for real, girl? Thanks for serving our country for 24 years in the Air Force, my sister. She says, I have a BS in nursing. Okay, Glenda. Mama 3 says, I wanted to be a lawyer, was in retail management for 20 years. Now I am in office administration for a wholesale packing company. Oh, so you wanted to be a lawyer. You did retail for 20 years and now in office administration? Wow, for wholesale packaging. So you did 20 years in retail. Wow. Did you jump around or did you stay with one company? Or did you do retail here and there? Neo said, thank you for locking up them scammers, Glenn. Hey, Missy. She said, hello, morning, everyone. Hey. She said, hey, everybody. Hey. P-Max said, Ashley, I laughed so hard telling my son today how you hooked a sister up. She said, I was in the hood, honey. I started in the housing, earning my promotion. Oh, you had to work in the hood as a police officer. Yeah, now get somebody else to do it. That wouldn't have been my thing. Latanya said, my daughter was a dancer and she was good. She still can dance. Girl, if I can dance, child, I can't really dance like that. Sharon said, Sharonda said, I'm about to go be a welder. I'm about to go out for welding. Girl, hey, if you do, you got to come back and let us know. Mama 3 said, I'm looking for a career change that I can get into until it's time to retire. Do you want to be a welder? How long do you have before you retire, Mama 3? Sharonda said, once my mom passed away, I no longer had to take care of her. Okay. Ms. White said, no, from high school, I wanted to be an attorney. After prerequisites, I changed to accounting. Life happened, then I got a certificate for counseling and ended up doing what I do now by God's design, not mine. Okay. Okay. Life definitely happens. I know I changed what I wanted to be about 5 times. She said, when my mom passed away, I no longer had to take care of her, and I got me a side job running my own catering business and got my kids and nieces and nephews working for me. Oh, yeah, that's right, Sharonda. You cook, don't you? That's right. You be telling us how you be making all them good meals. I forgot about that. I forgot, Sharonda, you was the cook. She said dogs get worms and ticks. Oh, that's why you didn't want to be a veterinarian, because the worms and stuff on the pets. Oh, heck no. You know what? I did not think about that, but you know what? I would be disgusted too, girl. I would not be able to do that. That dog came in and he had a worm attached to him. I'd be like, oh my God. I'd be like, what am I supposed to do with that? Oh, heck no. No way, Jose. Oh, now you got me thinking about it. Oh, heck no. Latanya said, my dream job was to be an airline stewardess, but I have been in healthcare for 30 years. Currently, I work with veterans. Oh, wow. Okay, so you work for the VA? Airline stewardess. Maybe you can do that once you retire so you can fly everywhere. She said, P-Max said, I enjoy taking care of people. I've been thinking of teaching classes for CNA. Is a very lucrative business these days. Well, you know what? I don't know if you talked to Jenny, because, I don't know if y'all talk right now, but she does that, and she might be able to put you on, or give you some pointers or something, unless you know somebody else. Hey, Brown Shorty, she said, I didn't get the notifications. Sorry. Sunshine said the crime scene investigator sound fun. Would you do that, Sunshine? Would you do it? Glenn said, no, we make the scenes before crime scene responds. So, okay. So they take away the body before the crime scene investigator come out. Okay. She said, I should be a damn private investigator. Hey, you know what? That's easy to do, girl. I ain't gonna say it's easy. Let me take that back. But if you got the right tools, girl, if you got the right tools. Mama 3 said, this whole chat sounds so educated and set for life. Great job, ladies. I know, girl. All these women are doing the doggone thing. Oh, she said it was my dream job. So it was your dream job to be a rapper. You're going to have to rap for us one day, girl. She said her teacher didn't like her rapping her whole Harriet Tubman speech. That's too funny. She said, all of you women should be so proud. You all have done great careers. Yes, for real. Neo said her girl is too scared to drive. My girlfriend laughing at you and more. She keep dumping me and then want me back. Hey, you heard of that break up to make up, girl? That's supposed to be some good loving. Break up to make up. So all I got to say is She doing it just because she wanted, you know what I'm saying? She wanted that breakup to make up. That's all. Mama 3, she said, I jumped around when I was younger, but then settled at one company until I needed a change. Oh, okay, I got you. She said, I still have over 20 years to retire age. Wow, 20 years? Damn, but you already worked 20 years and you got 20 more. Oh my God, girl. It should be a crime that we work so much. It should be a crime. She says, informally, your street knowledge advisor and advocate. You a street knowledge. You are a street knowledge advisor. What the world does that mean? Street knowledge advisor and advocate. Oh my God, I'm about to look that one up for real. She said, wait, I missed the whole 60 minutes. Hey, Bocamoso. So let me tell y'all what we doing. Those that just came in. We are listing what was our dream job when we was younger, or, you know, still trying to figure out what we wanted to be, and what did we end up doing. So what was your dream job, and what was your dream job, and now what did you end up doing? What is your current career field? Glenn said, no, I see bleedy crime scenes before the crime scene investigation. Thank God I'm still in my right mind. Ooh, child, I would not want to do that. Hey, Tinkerboo. You just came in? She said, yes, we all should pat ourselves on the back. Yes. All you women should pat yourselves on the back. Hey, Island girl, Tamika. All you women should pat yourselves on the back because, listen, y'all are some bombs.com. You hear me? Bomb.com. Hey, Lauren, we are talking about what was your dream job when you was coming up? What's something that you always wanted to be, and what did you end up being? What is your current career field? Look at D-Ham. He said, I wanted to be a successful drug dealer. Do you mean a pharmacist? Do you mean like a pharmacist, like a real legit pharmacist? Because you said a successful drug dealer. Do you know they said drug dealing, right? The one that stand out on the corner, they actually make less than working at McDonald's. Did you know that a McDonald's worker make more? Because if you look at the hours put in, drug dealing does not really make that much money. That's what I was told, unless you like the kingpin, you know what I mean? The one that's running that big weight, you know what I'm saying? Through the seas and the ocean, baby. He said, no, I ain't want to do pharmacy. I want to be a street hustler. Oh my God, DM. Well, what did you end up being? If that's what you wanted to be, don't tell me you end up being a street hustler. I think you drive trucks, don't you? Hey, Sharon. She said, wait a minute now, Sharon. Come on. She said, I wanted to be a construction worker to build my own house and ended up doing 23 years in food services. You really wanted to be a construction worker? Wow. Or did you just want to be a builder? I think you wanted to be a builder, but it's the same, I guess, construction worker. Wow. Do they have female construction workers? I mean, dang. Wow. And you ended up 23 years in food services. Okay. When you say food services, like, do you work at a school? Do you work at a restaurant? Like, what do you work at when you say food services? Do you cook? Do you set up? Do you prep? What do you do? What do you do? She says, I wanted to be a pilot. See, somebody else wanted to be a pilot. And now I'm working for the post office. Okay. What was your reason for wanting to be a pilot? I wanted to be a pilot too, but I wanted to do it to get over my fear of heights. What was your reason, Island girl, of wanting to be a pilot? Good money or something that you just always thought was pretty cool? Miss Gordon said they must be selling the wrong drugs. You know, most people call themselves drug dealers if they even sell weed. You know what I'm saying? Tinker says, I wanted to be a math and English high school teacher and I wanted to have 6 kids. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, not you didn't want 6 kids. You wanted your math and English high school teacher class to have 6 kids, right? She says, shit, after substituting teaching and having 2 kids, I changed my mind. Oh no, you wanted 6 kids, like for real? Oh wow. She said, I wanted to be a math and English high school teacher and have 6 kids. After substituting teaching and having 2 kids, I changed my mind. Girl, won't they do it to you, girl? Won't they do it? But what do you do now? What do you do now? Since you're not a math and English high school teacher, what do you do now? Mama 3 said he wanted to be a successful street pharmacist. I know, right? DM said, yes, I have my own trucking business. Okay. Do you do long hauls or you just stay local? T-Ham. Because I heard them long hauls can make you some money, like $5,000 a week or something like that, you know? 5 bands a week. Bokamosa said, I wanted to be a psychologist, currently works as an ABA. What is an ABA? And will most likely go into play therapy. What the freak? Go into play therapy. I love working with kids. Okay, so now hold on. What the heck is ABA and what the heck is play therapy? What is that? I'm about to look that up. What is play therapy? Play? I've never heard of that. What is play therapy? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, so play therapy, it's through play therapy, children learn to communicate with others, express their feelings, modify behaviors, develop problem-solving skills, and learn a variety of ways to relate to others. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I never even known what play therapy was, but I know now. Well, what is ABA? Let me see. ABA. So ABA is applied behavior analysis, a form of therapy to treat issues with communication, motor skills, and behavior disorders. The American Psychological Association classifies ABA as an evidence-based practice, meaning it's been supported by the peer-reviewed literature as a form of treatment. Oh. So it's like speech therapy and motor skills and behavior disorders. Okay. So it's like a counselor or therapist, should I say, not a counselor, more like a therapist. Okay. She said, D-Ham, we're waiting on your new content. D-Ham, they said they are waiting on your new content. Ms. White said, the more I think of a job a man do that a woman don't unless I can't think of a job a man do that a woman don't unless it's a part-time permanent donor. You know what though? You're right, because I'm telling you, women are like dominating the work industries. They are doing whatever the men are doing. Like even in the military, I think they're even letting women. I don't know, babe. Did they change it, or are they still letting women into infantry? I don't know, women in infantry or not. I heard that they did at one time. Let some. Yeah, she went to Ranger school. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. Women can do the exact same thing men can do. DM said, yes, girl, probably this weekend. I can't remember what that question was for. Tondra said, I wanted to be a respiratory therapist, but wound up and ended up being a teacher, retired now. Okay. Did you teach respiratory therapy, or did you teach high school or something like that? Tinker said, I am currently a lock and a dam operator. Why did you say it like that, Tinkers? What in the hell did you say? I'm currently a lock and a, oh, you know what? I thought you was cussing, but you're not because I just thought about what you do. A dam operator, like, because you do work out there on the water, but I didn't catch it. I thought you was saying like and a dam operator, but no, you work out on the water. Okay, you got me. Yes, okay. Yes, I know what you do. You almost got me for a minute. Yours is male dominant too, Tinkers, right? Is that a male dominant field? A dam operator? I would think that would be male dominant. Robbie says, I wanted to be a housewife, but now I'm a bitch in the house that works with kids and a. I'm done with you, Robbie. She said, I wanted to be a housewife. She said, now I'm just a bitch in the house that work with kids and a husband. Girl, you too funny. You are too funny. Okay, DM said he does love long hauls. Okay, I didn't know you did long hauls. So you actually be away from home sometime when you be on your lives. I did not know that. Well, shit, if I did long hauls, I'd be on the phone too. I mean, shit, I'd be on live too. She said it was up to 8 trucks down to 2. Oh, wow. You had 8 trucks? Oh, wow. 8 big ass trucks? Wow. Neil said, yes, long haul and owner operators make over $5K a week. You can make good money driving trucks. Yeah, girl, but you gotta, honey, you gotta know. Ooh, child, you gotta stay awake, honey. I wouldn't be able to do it. Welcome also said, yep, working with the child who got suspended from school because of behavior issues. Turned out she most likely needed to go to 2E, twice exceptional students. Okay, I got you. I understand what you're saying. So you work with kids with behavior issues that they don't really know that they, the reason for the behavior issues. They just think the child being bad, but they really got some type of condition or something, right? They got something else going on, but they need to be diagnosed with that. I understand what you're saying. Shantisa said, I love the vibe in this chat today. Yes, baby girl. Yes, she said, drop the link real quick. Okay, I will. I will. Bokamosa said, it's a fascinating field. Yes, I'm sure it's rewarding too. Sunshine said, women are getting to the bag, baby. They are getting to the bag. Yes, early childhood education. Oh, okay, early childhood education is like preschool, right? She said it was supposed to say sperm donor. Oh, yeah, okay, but I kind of figured what you was talking about. I kind of figured what you was talking about, Miss White. Brown Shorty said, yes, we are. Women are bossing up, baby. They are. Women don't just stay at home no more, y'all. You hear me? And it's not even, women don't even want to, a lot of them. Some of them do, maybe, a few. But most women are like, I want to go out there and I want to get my own bag. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Neo, what's going on? Miss Truck Driver.
Right, slash chef. Don't forget I'm a chef
Oh,
too now.
now, how, so you do truck driving, like you do that like during the week and chef on the weekend, or?
What actually I'm taking a break from truck driving. I decided to come home for a little bit so
Oh,
I can stay home locally instead of being away and work on my relationship. I was just joking in the chat about my Pisces girlfriend keep dumping me. So but I'm right now the position I'm working on, I'm actually a chef right now.
okay. So
But
you're
I go back and forth between the two fields. I've been doing it off and on for about like 10 years. But I just want to hit the link real quick just to drop, some knowledge real quick to some of your girls. Number one, I love the vibe. I really enjoy this show. More, it's cool. I like
okay.
seeing black women out there doing their thing and encouraging each other. But I definitely just want to drop a little knowledge to them, especially for those who not really sure where they going financially or if they find themselves struggling and they are looking for financial freedom.
Mhm.
I see D Ham gave, I'm not sure is that a male or female, but talked
He's a
about is a guy where he could tell you that for him to own up to 8 trucks he was doing real well at one point, right? But
guy.
it is financial freedom, y'all, and truck driving, and it only takes about 3 to 4 weeks to actually get the license. And I clicked up on here just to let anybody know if they want the information on how to get those license for free. I did not pay a dime to get my CDL. I got sponsored by a company. So if
Mhm.
they want that information, if they thinking about truck driving, or if they got, some sons out there who not really sure what they doing with their life, or if they got some husbands or boyfriends who just sitting on the couch, just encouraging them, how to get out there and make some money. You get to travel America, and then you really do make good money. I'm serious. Rookie drivers start off by making like 1,200 a week, and that's rookie, your first year, right? So,
Mhm.
because at one point I was doing so well, I was making about 4,000 a week training students.
Wow.
So, but it's money out there. So if y'all want to know that information, email your girl. It's neox red like the color at yahoo.com, and I'll send you all the information you need. You don't have to pay a dime. It only takes about 3 to 4 weeks. Just make sure before you get sent out to go to school that you can pass a drug test, and try not to have any speeding tickets within the last 2 years.
Let me ask you this, like, so when you first start doing truck driving, do you have to like be a co-driver first? You drive alongside with someone else?
No, but the company I went to, I chose that for safety reasons because I was a female and I was already kind of anxious. But
Mhm.
me personally, it's a preference thing. I chose to do team driving, co-driving first, so I won't be out there alone. But you don't have to.
Now, if you
That's
do
a
that, you have to split your money.
no. You get paid by, they just split them out depending on the type of company you work for. Like the first company I worked for was a company called CRST, and I
Mhm.
got paid by the mile. So if me and my co-driver, let's just say we had a run that was 2,000 miles,
Mhm.
they just split the miles in half. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like
Let me get your
they
email. I'm gonna put it in the chat. What's your email? What
it's
can it?
Neo, it's my name, Neo X,
Uh-huh.
no dash, but Neo X in the color red, red at
Mhm.
yahoo.com. But I just like to drop the information because a lot of people from my hometown, I kept advocating and telling these people, these guys, especially the ones that wanted to sell drugs, like some of your members who joking around, some of them, they really was on the wrong path. And I can share some testimonies of men who literally stopped running the streets and got their CDLs, and they doing well. They are freight owners, or they operators, owner operators. They went legit and they're making good money and take care of their family, so they don't have to risk their freedom.
Now,
It's just sometimes people just don't know the information on how to get these licenses and stuff.
to
So
make that good money though, do you be going away from your family a lot?
it depends on what you specialize in. Like if you want to, like if you're a man who don't really want to be away from your kids, or if you're a woman who don't really want to be away from your kids, I suggest that they do take local positions, but you're going to have to get more endorsements, like your hazmats, your triples and doubles. Those are the people who be like pulling the UPS trailers and the FedEx trailers, or Amazon. I did Amazon for about 3 years. I did that locally just so I don't have to, be gone, even though I enjoy being away. But it depends on you. Coca-Cola always hiring, Pepsi always hiring. You just have to get more endorsements.
Wow.
So the money is out there, and it's a shortage in drivers. But
Now,
I know some people when they try to go get their license their own, they think that they have to pay like $3,000, $4,000 to go to school. Which there are some places that people do take out loans, but I actually know how you can get sponsored, so you don't have to pay a dime.
mhm.
So that's why I was telling you, let your ladies know, if they want to know, if they interested, or they want to pass information to some men in their life, I give them the information because I didn't pay a dime for my CDLs.
That's pretty cool. That's some good information too. That's some real good information. So yeah, y'all take that email address down. If y'all know somebody that want to make some good money, you heard Neo. Truck driving, hey, females, males, like,
And it doesn't matter even with the background. I know sometimes, especially being black men out here, they have a lot of stuff in your background. As long as they don't have nothing too serious like trafficking within the last, I think, 10 years, they can still get the job. So if it was 20, 30 years ago, companies are still hiring them. Even though I don't advocate for sex offenders, but even they can get hired, with these companies because they won't be around, certain people. They'll have to take certain loads.
mhm.
But there's money out there, and I loved it. Like my favorite state to drive to is Oregon. It's a beautiful state, so I love travel.
Did you start off driving like buses or something first, or you kind of like went
No,
straight?
I started off driving the 18 wheelers, just like you
And
when
you
you was speaking.
scared to back up? I mean, I think I'd take out a whole.
That the honestly, or more honestly, that is probably the hardest thing is to learn how to not driving it, but just to learn how to back up. And the only reason why it's hard to learn how to back up is because you have to learn how to back up at an angle. But once you get it, you get it. Like I be slinging them men be laughing when they see me hop out the truck and they see it's a girl. I be slinging that truck in the like it ain't nothing, you know. But that's what school is for. They literally spend like 2-3 weeks with you teaching you how to back up, like learning how to shift and how to control the truck and turn. That's the easy part. The hardest part is what they call like alley docking. That's just backing up at an angle. So,
Wow. Hats
but
off
once
to you.
you got that,
I don't think I would be able to do it. For one, I'm not a good driver in a regular vehicle, so I
mhm,
knew I wanted a good driver on a truck. But I ain't even trying
mhm.
to do nothing like that. No way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know you not, but you might want to get into like maybe if you just looking for something else, dispatching. My girl looking into that because she's scared to drive and she low key can't drive. But no, y'all ain't hear me say that. If
But
y'all got some information on it, so
I heard her.
I hear they. I told on you. Like she dumped me again or more. You know that
She just want to break up to make up. That's all.
she's a Pisces, man.
Well,
You
y'all
know,
have fun. Hey, tell her she need to go to truck driving school.
no, she too scared. She really is too scared. So, but it's all good. I was just playing in the chat. I just do that to get on her nerves.
It's okay.
So,
Is she in here too? She in the chat too?
no, she ain't in the chat. She just hear us
Oh, okay.
back and forth. No, she ain't in the chat. She busy watching. What you watching? She keep watching this show called Brat Loves Judy or something. The Brat, the rapper and her wife. She watched that show or something.
Well,
But
thank
no,
you
I
for
just be
the information. They got your email, so make sure you check it because there's gonna be some people hitting you up. They saying in the chat.
yeah.
Thank you so very
Yeah,
much.
I definitely. Yeah, just be patient, y'all, because I am working a lot of overtime at work. But as I go through the emails, like I said, I give y'all the information. Because when I thought about it, I was like, yes, a lot of women in the chat. So let me tell them so they can pass the information on to the men in their life. Because I know a lot of y'all probably have sons out there just don't know which way to go. So they don't have any dreams. Let them know there's money out there to be made, and then it's as simple as getting in a truck and driving it across the country. So, and then, like I said, they get to travel, they get to see the world. You never know what doors might open up for them.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. But
Thank
thank
you
you for
so
letting
much.
me
I
on.
appreciate
Love, all right. No problem. Love you.
it. All right, love you too, girl.
Bye.
Bye. That's some good information. I hope y'all got that email. If you want to pass it on to your brother, somebody you know, your cousin, whoever, your child, your son, you know what I mean? Listen, she said, can you hire drivers if you want to buy a truck? Oh, I would think buying a truck is expensive. I don't know. She said, I drive 20 tons in Wyoming, and so many of us didn't know how to back up. Ooh, 20 tons? Oh, girl, child. Wait a minute, Bokamoso, I skip you. What did you say? She said, I'm all for self-employed entrepreneur, hence I am dabbling in the stock market, just trading lightly on trading. Can be quite risky. Oh, yeah. So you in the trading market, huh? You are into stocks, huh? She said, I just emailed you, Neo. Yes, y'all make sure y'all do that. Get that information. Get that information, baby. Get that information, honey. I wonder, could you, if you didn't want to drive, like what she said, can you be an owner and without you ever having to drive or even knowing how to drive? Knowing be an owner and not even having to know how to drive. She said, my brother worked for a company long enough, set aside money, and eventually bought his own 18-wheeler. I wonder, can you do that and then you just have people to do the loads for you? Interesting, huh? I don't know. But get that information. It's females doing everything. Females being welders, females being truck drivers, female being crime scene investigators. Listen, get that. She said, I didn't get a notification. I know I need to do better with my notification. I haven't even, I tried it and it's giving me crap. The one that I bought, the one that I signed up for, that one right there. I signed up for it and paid for it and I ain't did nothing with it. Tammy B, I need to do better, y'all. Those that just came in, what we're doing is we're talking about what was our dream career and what is now our current career. What did you want to be versus what are you now? Write it in the chat. Write it in the chat and I will read it out. Write it in the chat. What did you want to be growing up and what are you doing now? Neo said, yes, my cousin is a fleet owner. She has 2 trucks and she don't drive. See, that's what I'm talking about now. See, that I wouldn't mind doing, okay? As long as I don't have to actually go out there and drive it, hey, that might be something to look into. You know what I mean? In the future. She said, Tamik, yes, girl. I was in a mobile communication unit. We drove all over Montana, Nevada, the Dakotas, and New Mexico. Wow. Girl, she said, my nephew bought 2 big trucks and leases them out. Oh, wow. Chantel says, wanted to be a teacher. Now I'm a nurse. Okay. Yes. A lot of nurses in here. Sunshine said, because I would tear some shit up. Girl, you. I'm just sitting up here thinking about, should I take out a whole neighborhood? You hear me? I take out a whole one side of the street. All the houses will be gone. They'll be like, what happened? I was trying to make a turn. They'll be like, if you don't get your ass out this truck, give me the keys right now. Give me it right now. 3G says you can own a fleet without the CDL or knowing how to drive. Now, that's some good information to know, baby. I did not know that, but that is some good information to know. Cheryl Wagner said, I wanted to be a doctor, but I am a paramedic. Waited too late to go back to school. Oh, but you know what? I mean, you know, they're still in the medical field. How do you like being a paramedic? So you're considered a first responder, baby. You be there on the scenes. She said, that sounds adventurous, Rachel. Tinker said, that sounds adventurous. Stephanie says, I joined the Air Force, housewife, babysit my grands as needed. Okay, so what did you want to be, Stephanie, when you first started out? Or was the Air Force something you always wanted to do? She says, Lord, Amora would have to have the National Guard dispatched. Okay. For me taking out all them houses. I can't see it. Listen, I would not, my nerves wouldn't be that good anyway, but I would not know how to turn a corner. You hear me? They'll be like, no, sharper. You got to go sharper. I'm like, get this truck. Get this truck right now. You hear me? She said the whole top of the trailer would be gone. Okay. They'll be like, no trucks under this bridge. I've been took out bridges. I'll be like, oh, they was talking to me. I wasn't supposed to come this way. Oh, Lord. I don't think truck driving would be for me. Stephanie says, I'm thinking of opening a boutique. Okay, what type of boutique? A clothing boutique? A jewelry boutique? Pretty C says, my dream career was being a mechanic. Okay. But back then, they wasn't feeling a woman under the hood. Shaking my head. So I started as a paralegal, but ended up as an X-ray tech and MRI tech. And I'm also an advocate for autism. Oh, you wanted to be a mechanic. Now, you know what? I bet you they got female mechanics now. Would you do it now as a hobby? That's interesting. You wanted to be a mechanic. You like to fix things, huh? Hey, Sean, she says, I'm the only one who doesn't receive notifications anymore. No, Sean, a lot of people didn't get notifications, girl. I don't know why YouTube does that. Somebody said that if you unsubscribe to notification and resubscribe to notification, you will start receiving your notifications. That's what I heard. Cheryl says, oh, I love it. Okay. T with Lulu. She says, hey, Amore in chat. I wanted to be a first grade teacher, but I ended up as a disabled insurance agent working from my couch now. Hey, you can't trade that one in, girl. You a first grade teacher, you would have been chasing kids around all day. But now you could be an insurance agent sitting right at home, baby. Don't have to fight no traffic or nothing. I love it. 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 Stephanie says, I wanted to join the Air Force, but got pregnant, and that was the end of that. Oh, wow. Oh, so you didn't join the Air Force. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. So you wanted to join the Air Force, but you end up being a stay-at-home mom. Is that what you said? Let me go back to yours. I think that's what you said. Hold on. Let me go back to yours. Stephanie. It might be too far up. I think that's what you said, though. So you wanted to join the Air Force, but you ended up staying at home? You wanted to join the Air Force, but now you stayed at home, a housewife, babysit my grands as needed. Okay. And now you want to open up a high-end boutique. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Now, where would you get? Let me ask you something, Stephanie. Don't tell me don't give me the secret sauce, but where would you go to get high-end clothing? Like, what do you already have connections on that? Like, would you just seek out a vendor, a high-end vendor, and work out prices? Like, how does that work? Because I would think, you wouldn't go overseas. I mean, you wouldn't take like stuff from China or anything, would you? I don't know how that works. High-end clothing. Hey, Lauren, you're in here, right? Lauren does something like that. She does high-end jewelry. Lauren, are you in here? One day I'm gonna have y'all advertise what y'all do, what y'all sell, y'all businesses and stuff. We're gonna do that. Because I think a lot of people can benefit from some of the things. She says, if anything breaks on my car, YouTube is now my best friend to fix it myself. Yeah, you can learn a lot. Watch those videos. Pretty C said, and they do have lots of women as mechanics, and I am mad as hell. I'm good at what I do. My dad and uncles taught me, and I went to trade school for it. I work on my own damn cars. Oh, wow. Impressive. Where you live, just in case I need to, get my car fixed, girl. What state you live in? You hear me? Are you in Texas? Are you in Texas, baby? A mechanic, okay. Oh, you can do some mechanic work too, Sharonda? I ain't never tried to do nothing. I've never even changed my own oil. I wouldn't know how to change a tire, I know how to check the oil. My daddy taught me how to check oil, but I don't, honey. Let me tell you how I check oil. That damn light come on. That damn light come on. They say your oil light is on. And I pull that joker right up there to the damn shop and say my oil light is on. That's how I check my oil. No, I do not do it myself, child. I would not know what top to screw off and put back on. You hear me? I'd be like, wait a minute, which one is the oil? What's the radiation? What's the oil? Man, I've been got it all mixed up. Unless it said, you know what I'm saying? She said, we're working on that, trying to figure out the route to take. I sell life insurance. Who needs some? I've been very lazy with it, though. Girl, I got life insurance right before I went to not Dubai, but Iraq. 500K on my life, honey. I should have upped it, but 500 would be just fine. I ain't trying to make the Joker rich. I ain't trying to make him rich. Hell, he can replace me with somebody else. 500K, he can finish the rest. You know what I mean? 500K, but I got mine right before I left because I did not know whether I was coming back or not, baby. But I do think that everybody should get life insurance. But me and my husband been had life insurance for a while, since 2008. 2008. Well, I think I may have got my policy either in 07 or 8, one of them. Glenn says, my ex-boyfriend showed me how to change oil, and it was easy, but I'm not doing it again. Rachel said, my extent is adding gas or windshield wiper and fluid. Yeah, see, I wouldn't even know where to put the windshield wiper fluid. I've been messed up the radiator or something. You know what I'm saying? Ms. White says, so you have to unsubscribe, then subscribe to resubscribe. Yeah, like not membership, but just, just the subscribe button. You have to unsubscribe and then just hit the subscribe button right back. No. I just told you wrong. I just told you wrong, Ms. White. I told you wrong. No. The notification, you have to click off the notification, like click off that you don't want to be notified and then click it back on. That's what I meant. I'm so sorry, y'all. Not subscribe. I'm glad you pointed that out. You have to unclick your notification like you don't want to receive them and then click it back that you do want to receive notification. Yeah, they said periodically you gotta undo your notifications and redo it back in order to get the YouTube notifications. Yes. Because if it's been like that for a while, then, sometimes they might think you're not tuning in. But you have to, hit it like you don't want the notifications and then hit it right back. Sharonda said, yep, I know how to change my oil and my tires, but I don't know how to do no damn brakes yet. And I just put a cam sensor on my own car. I grew up watching my dad and my granddad fixing cars. Shit, I kind of can just do it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that wasn't me. I wasn't that girl. My daddy tried to teach me how to change a tire. I was not interested. I figured if you got AAA, USAAs, roadside assistance somewhere, then you should be just fine. I'm going to leave it to the professionals. You hear me? They can have it, baby. The professionals. Sharonda said, I can damn near do just about anything a man can do. I cut my own yard. Been doing that for years, too. Woo, child. No, ma'am. I'm not doing that. Honey. You might roll over something. Sean says, I wanted to be a nurse, but I'm currently a residential group home manager. Okay. Is that residential group home? Is that for troubled kids? Troubled kids or something like that? Okamoso said, pretty interesting where life can take you. I came here with a culture exchange visa, all par in America, cared for 2 kids, 13 and 11, with ADD and OCD and ADHD, respectfully. Turned out was really good. Oh, wow. Let me ask you something. When you came on your visa, did you did you get married or did you get citizenship? Or how did that work? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. If it's personal, you don't have to tell me. Only reason why I asked, because I know I was stationed in the military with some people that came on visas, and then we would have ceremonies for them once a month to get them their citizenship. We would do citizenship once a month. They had to be here for 5 years to qualify, though. But you don't have to tell me if it's personal. Boca Mosa said, I graduated with no debt. Do you still have no debt now? She said, I graduated with no debt, baby. No debt sounds so good. Vanita said, I'm glad you told me because I don't be getting them. Oh, yeah. Hey, Vanita, how are you? Tandra says, my family owned a funeral home in Louisiana. It bothers my brother so bad when people go out buy name brand items, but won't invest in life insurance. Yeah. And you know what? Let's talk about that for just a quick second, What I don't understand is the parents that do it, right? They don't get life insurance, and then when they pass away, it's like the kids are left to scramble and argue with each other, trying to figure out where they're gonna come up with the money. Like, I think that is so selfish. You understand what I'm saying? And then they want to do these GoFundMe's or, just cry amongst themselves and bitch amongst themselves or whatever, trying to get up the money, robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't get it. Especially when they still living and they're sound enough to be getting insurance right now. It bothers me. It really does. I'm, not trying to throw nobody under the bus or nothing like that, but we've had to pay, for a funeral before that. It wasn't even family. It was step family. But it was weird. It was like, oh, we don't have no money for the casket. We don't have no money for this. We was like, wait a minute. This wasn't in the budget. You know what I'm saying? That was not a part of the plan. You know what I mean? It actually kind of hurt the pocket. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff ain't cheap, baby. I just don't get it. And it was like, yeah, we're going to need y'all help because he didn't have no insurance. And we looking like, how is that our issue? How is that our fault? But yeah, my husband with that good ass heart of his, I was feeling away. You hear me? I was feeling away. But yeah, no, I think if you are a parent, try to listen. Hey, Tandra, my insurance is not expensive at all. I'm gonna tell you, I pay $69 a month for mine. $69 a month. I think my husband paid $55 for his. I pay $69. So you round it up to $70 a month for $500K life insurance. Okay. So it's not that expensive. I just don't understand. Like, you can't invest $70 a month to save your kids a headache. Come on, like, I just think that you shouldn't leave that burden on your kids. You're gonna be gone. You ain't gonna have a care in the world, and your kids are gonna be arguing with each other because one sibling is gonna be upset because they the main one gonna be having to take the the weight of the expense. Because every child is not. If some of them kids gonna be like, they ain't paying nothing. So anyway. But she said that's not bad for all that much insurance. No, it's not bad at all. $59. She said I paid $64 for 1.3 million policy. I also have it through work, and I have a policy on both kids. Wow, $64 for 1.3. You got a really, really good deal, girl. Where you get your insurance from? I got USAA. She says my mom and stepdad have life insurance policy on every damn body. They got tired of paying for everybody's funeral. Listen, maybe I should go. You know what? Can you listen to me? Maybe I should do that. Take out some insurance on. Let me stop. My granny doesn't want insurance. She has 10 children and 70 grandkids. She said if we can't put a couple of dollars together, is something wrong with us. Is that what your grandma said? But that stuff is expensive. Like, I want to say, I know we didn't pay that much. I want to say it was like $3,000, but I know some people like $8,000 or so. I think we only had to do the $3,000 because it was I think the military paid for something, and that was just the remaining part of it. But we had to pay like $3,000. I was still feeling away. I ain't even gonna lie. But 70 grandkids, your grandma said, listen, you know what? And your grandmama probably think like a lot of these grandmamas out here. I ain't paying for no insurance. If y'all can't come up and bury me, then oh well. Then oh well. But I don't think she should lead it. I don't know. Your grandma might be different. Then your grandma might. What about your mom? Does she have insurance? $64 for 1.3. Tinker said that must be term insurance. You need to get a whole life while you are still young, because when your insurance term out, it will be very expensive to get a new policy. I probably need to get whole life because I don't have whole life. I have term, but it's until I'm 65. And then after 65, I'm gonna be like, where that comment go? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like Miss Tanya. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna be like Miss Tanya at 65. I'm gonna be like, if these 5 kids can't rub $1 together and make a quarter, or rub 2 pennies together and make a quarter, then oh well, it's gonna be on them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna change it to whole life. I've been meaning to, I just haven't done it. But mine is good until I am 65 years old. And then after 65, I ain't gonna have no more insurance, y'all. She said, you should have more. That's being smart. Stephanie, I might just have to do that. You hear me? She said, yes, that's what she said, but she also only wanted to be cremated. Yeah. Miss Glenn said, life insurance isn't that expensive, but it's higher premium the older you get. Yeah, I need to probably start looking at something now. Tinkers, it was 15 terms. I'm 41, no health insurance, so I'm meeting with my agent to convert it to whole life next week. How much? Oh, well, you don't know yet. Okay. I think I got it priced once before, and it was something I didn't want to pay. But you know what? Maybe I need to look back into it too. Oh, okay, Miss Tanya, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Shayna said, I cover me and my grown kids. I'm the Grinch of any other family. I put it on cremation, but I ain't burying nobody that chose to not cover themselves. So what do you do, Shayna? You just say, no, I'm not doing it? You say, get somebody else to do it? She said, we paid out of pocket for her cremation. Yes, my insurance goes up every 2 years. Wow. Every 2 years. Tanya said, my husband has 4 brothers and none of them has insurance. They are all over 50 and live a life of drinking and smoking weed. Well, they should be buried in the same casket. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. It was a joke. Probably a distasteful joke. I'm sorry, y'all. Stephanie said, it would be so much higher at age of 65. Then I better do it now, huh? At 51. She said, don't get me wrong. Term is better than nothing. Yes, term is better than nothing. T with Lulu said, at least if you keep term, get a return on premium so you don't lose your money and the coverage when it expires. Yeah, I need to look at something. Neo said, why wait to 65? I'm not going to wait to 65. Ms. Hurd said, Glenn, I must say I'm so impressed with your wealth of knowledge on so much. I think you will reach a lot of folks when you get your page going. Yes, Ms. Glenn will, baby. Yes, honey, 27 years as an officer. And now she got growing hands, y'all. Growing hands. I'm definitely going to be tuning into her channel talking about, wait a minute, how you do this again? Wait a minute, hold on. How you do this again? Sharonda says, shit, I got my kids covered and all 3 deadbeat ass daddies. They didn't get shit while they was living. They definitely getting something when they ass is dead. Oh my God. Oh, so you said I got them covered on all 3. Okay, so all your baby daddies, you got coverage on them. Oh my God, girl, you too funny. That is hilarious. Do they know? Do they know you got coverage on them, girl? Shoot. Miss Tanya said the oldest children tried putting insurance on her and she cussed them out. Said that they did the same thing to her brother, got the money and didn't do shit. The military paid for his burial. Oh, wow. She didn't want nobody fighting over that money. That's what it is. She's like, y'all ain't gonna be fighting over no insurance money over my dead body. Heck no, get somebody else to do it, baby. Glenn says, I have had whole life insurance since 1993. I have multiple insurance policies. Glenn, you are all around guru, child. Thank you for that super chat. My first super chat of the evening. She said, no, not health insurance, no health conditions. Wait a minute, hold on. Not health insurance, no health conditions. I'm not understanding what you're saying. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Candy. Explain what you're saying, baby. But thank you for the super chat. Rachel says, I have policies on my whole immediate family, and I did whole life in my early 20s and a term policy in my early 40s. You got a whole and a term? Wow. A whole and a term. Wow. Okay. Shoot, I need to call my insurance agent next week with you. Whoever said they was going to do it next week. Sound like some people going to end up in no man's land. Girl, she said, yes, term policies increase every year once they term out. Oh, once they term out. Because mine has not increased since I got it. Mine has not increased at all. She says, I am on my husband's Champ VA medical insurance and I hate it. Not many doctors will accept it. Oh, no? Champ VA. Can he change it? Did he retire from the military? Granny has several successful children, business owners, and retired military. She said she scrubbed toilets and cooked for them white folks so they could get their education. They better scrub them corns together. Okay, Granny ain't playing, honey. Granny said, listen, I did all this for y'all. Y'all better figure it out. And I ain't going to have to tell you what to do. You better just do it. You hear me? She said, I was smart to get SS numbers when we was together, and back 25 years ago, they didn't have to sign. So I was able to get it on them. And yep, they know they just happy to know they covered. She said, I was smart to get the SS numbers, Social Security numbers when we was together, and back 25 years ago, they didn't have to sign. Okay, but they do know you have it on them. Okay. Well, that's cool. You were smart. You were definitely smart. She said, outside of being a mortician by night, I do case management for our pauper program here in Houston. So many people abandon their loved ones daily because they don't want to pay for services. So sad. Wow. Dang, they just abandoned them? Damn. That's messed up. That's messed up. Sharon said, I had insurance since 1980 and still with the same company. Wow, that's a long freaking time, girl. Yes, you dedicated. Candy Girl said, Amor, I wrote that I didn't have health insurance. It was supposed to say I'm 41 with no health condition. So converting to whole life when I meet my agent next week. Okay, I got you. I got you. Tamik said, my boyfriend has coverage on her. My best friend has coverage on her husband. They ain't been together in years, but they didn't divorce and the policy up to date. Oh my God. She got coverage on her husband. But you know what? If they've been married for 10 years, at least she'll qualify for Social Security on him anyway. Did y'all know that? You have to stay married for at least 10 years in order to be able to get your spouse's Social Security. At least 10 years. Glenn says, I was a mom at 18 years old, and after my 6-week checkup, I was on a basketball court on a scholarship. My mom said that I would not be on welfare with her grandson. Oh, child, I hear you, Gunna. Your mama was not playing with you. Well, you did well for yourself, Glenn. Very well. She says, I have a policy on my ex-husband, and I'm still the 100% beneficiary for my second ex. We've been divorced for 5 years. The fool forgot to take me off. I ain't saying shit. Oh my goodness. Has he remarried yet, girl? That'd be funny if he remarried and you still collect. You still collecting, you know. Miss Tane said our family also has a family plot already paid for our hometown. In our hometown, our cousin owned a funeral home, and Granny said, "Make it do what it do." I know that's right. Granny said, "Save your dollars and make it do what it do." She said, "My ex-husband, ex-wife still has a policy on him." Was I the only one didn't get a policy on my ex? Shoot, dang, I'm slipping. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want no policy on them jokers. You hear me? They ain't gonna say I went back and tried to unalive them jokers. Mama 3 said, a lot of you ladies are in Houston or nearby. You guys should do a nice brunch or dinner. That would be nice to see. Yes. So listen, as soon as I move in, get comfortable, I am going to do a brunch. You hear me? For real, I'm gonna do a brunch. I am going to do a brunch. Nateria says, I have global life, whole life. Goes up every 5 years. Both sons have the same. My husband is through the VA. Okay. More insurance is one of the two things that's hard to get our people to understand. The other is the importance of voting. Girl, you are so right. But you know about the voting, Ms. White, a lot of people think that you should just wait and vote when it's time for like the big, like the presidential election or whatever. What they don't understand is how the president get there is through those midterm elections, baby. You have to do local midterm voting, and that's how you really vote for the president. Because guess what? Them local midterms are very important. You can't let them slip through the crack and get all them Bama's in there, because if you do, then you're gonna, that's pretty much picking your president. So that's more important than the I voted on election day. So I used to be so into politics, and it just, shit, you talking about this saga was draining. I don't know who else was in the Trump saga, but that joker right there, baby, honey. Woo, Jesus. Cha, honey. That was a time right there. She says, I got a policy on mine, and I am not paying for a burial. I hear you, girl. Shayna said, for those that have policies on exes, you burying them, cremating them, or grabbing the cash. I'm sorry, I had to ask. Okay, so she want to know, are you going to bury them, cremate them, or just take the money and run? Those that have policies on their ex, are you going to take over and take care of all the funeral arrangements, or you just going to get the money and haul ass? Do tell. For those that have policies on their ex, are you gonna step up to the plate and say, well, since I'm getting 300,000, let me go on and buy this joker a suit. Let me go on and pay for the funeral arrangements. Or are you just gonna take the money and be like, I see you bye. See you bye. Sharonda said, nope, I'm keeping mine. Are you going to attend the funeral, Sharonda? Ms. Hurd said, I would rather deal with the presidential election BS than this stupid saga and surrounding BS anymore. Girl, you probably right, because you are probably so right, Ms. Hurd. It was bad now. It was bad. That presidential election was bad now. It was really bad. It was really bad. Nateria said she is taking the money and running. Nene said, see you bye. Nene said, see you bye. Sean said, I'm keeping mine. Who else keeping the money, baby? She said, I just don't know how we back at the Trump as an option. Girl, Rashida. Because, girl, he got that power. Wait a minute. Candy Girl said, nope, he isn't. He don't have a clue. I did everything and they deducted it every month. We still cool. He always said he know I'll take care of his boys. So he was going to keep me as 100%. Okay, that's what's up. Are you going to bury him, Candy Girl, or you taking the money and running? Which one you doing? Oh, she said, I'm giving him, she said he getting the cheapest coffee and a suit from K and G. And oh, wait a minute. She said that joker ain't getting no headstone. Wait a minute. Hold on. How you got a policy on him and you ain't gonna get him no headstone? Oh my God. Girl, you too funny. She said he ain't getting no damn headstone either. The Tyrion said, especially if he didn't pay child support, he ain't getting shot. Me said, I'm not burying nothing. It's my money. The mess I went through, I pray he make it. I'm done with y'all. I am done with y'all. She talking about the mess I went through, I pray he make it. Me, you sound like you got some unresolved issues with that man because you put everything in big capital letters. How long y'all been divorced, girl? How long have y'all been divorced, girl? She said, I ain't burying nothing. It's my money, baby. You hear me? She said, what you mean you pray make it happen? Was it that bad, girl? She sounded like he might be on the way to hell. You hear me? She said, I pray he make it to heaven. I don't even want to know what he did, girl, but you still mad. Hey, Miss White, you might need me to go come sit on your couch for Miss White, are you still in here? Are you opening up to do virtual counseling? I will pay for me session, okay? Nee is mad at this joker. You hear me? She said, I pray he get to heaven. I think me will show up at the funeral and try to stop him from getting into heaven. Lord, let me explain. This nigga don't deserve a seat up there. He did me wrong, Lord. No. Oh my God. Ms. White, do you do virtual counseling? Hey, me, I'm paying for a session. She's still screaming. She said, we divorced in 2016. Baby, they can put him in a cardboard box and put him 5 feet. That policy is going in my bank account. Girl, I almost fell out the damn chair. Oh my God. You know what? Hey, are you 5 years ago? Wait a minute, 2016. How many years ago? That is 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 2, 3, 24. That's 8 years ago, girl. You still mad at him, girl? Oh my God. Ms. White. No, I'm just playing, girl. Listen. She said he could be put in a cardboard box, honey, and slung to the left. She said that policy is going in my bank account. She said she wish a mofo would, baby. Ms. White said, if you can't afford insurance or health condition requires more money, reach out to your local funeral home and ask about a prepayment service when you have extra money. It goes to the state until your time. Oh, wow. Okay, didn't know that. Sharonda said, okay, mine owe me. I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing shit. They owe me. I'll send flowers and fuck you speech to be read, but he better hope he make it for all the shit he did to me. Oh Lord. Sharonda, y'all mad at the exes, honey. Y'all like, this is one bill that's gonna get paid every month, baby. I bet you y'all pay that insurance policy before y'all pay y'all mortgage. You hear me? If any bill gonna get paid this month, it's gonna be that damn insurance policy. Do y'all pay that first? It's gonna be that insurance policy. She's like, now it's like, okay, rent or insurance. Well, you know what? They can't kick me out for 90 days. I'm paying the insurance policy. Give it here. She said, I still gotta talk to that ninja every day. We got an 11-year-old. Damn, do you talk to him every day though? Do y'all share custody or something? You talk to him every day? Wow. Okay. He must be a very active father. Trust no one but God said it's automatically drafted out of my account. She said they take it on the 1st. Faithfully on the 1st of the month. Okay. They gets their money on the 1st. She said, I'm going to put that funeral on. Wait a minute. On what? Karma or Afterpay? Wait a minute. What's Claire? What's word? Hold on. Let me put this up here. She said on Klarna. What is Klarna? I never heard of it. Or Afterpay plan and ball the fuck out. Oh my goodness. It's just going to get paid when it get paid, huh? Oh Lord, y'all so funny to me, baby. She said, baby. She said, hey, everybody, I'm late. Hey, Jazz. She said, F the 6 feet. She gonna just put. She said, you ain't got to dig that far. 4, 5 feet is good enough. We don't need 6. Stop digging and throw this nigga over there. She ain't even gonna give him 6 feet. She said, you don't need to dig no more. That's enough. You hear me? Enough. She said, damn, more, you don't want those are either you good and spoiled, huh? You're good and spoiled. What you mean? What you mean? Explain. Oh my God. She said, listen. She ready to put them in the 4 foot, 5 foot. That's it. She said, you ain't got to dig no more. We good. We good. Sharonda said, I got that coming out of my account every month. It's set up to come out. You ain't even got to touch it. It's just coming out, huh? She said, it's the only bill I got on auto pay. I need to make sure that's paid. Oh, auto pay. Okay. She said, yeah, he a dang good daddy, but that, I think you mean that's all. Now, y'all, I'm trying to live right. That will make me go back, make me go backwards. You gonna backslide talking about this joke? We ain't gonna let you backslide talking about that baby daddy of yours. But he a good father. That's good. Now, you know what? That's good that you say that you can't stand him, but he's a good father. That's good. That is good. You hear me? She said, Afterpay gonna F you. Just don't pay it all, girl, and ball out. It's like layaway or more. Oh, Afterpay? I ain't never heard of no Afterpay ever. I ain't never heard of Afterpay. Never, ever. She said, here it comes, Amore, your street advisor. Come on, girl. Go on and advise me, girl. Go on and advise me, baby. She said, damn, Amore, you don't what those are either. You good and spoiled, huh? Oh, you mean I don't know what Afterpay and whatever that word is. What is it? Carney, or Clarina? I've never heard of that ever. Never heard of that. She says, I'm the only one that would give my ex a big, beautiful service. I will feel obligated to do it. Oh, you would, girl. Bye, child, please. He better get somebody else to do it. She said, it's an app to make purchases and make payments later. Oh, no, I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. She says they better not call me about a funeral payment. It's going to be like your American Express put the ninja in the ground and go home. Child, I feel you. That American Express gonna be there, child. I'm waiting on the they got a statute of limitations. I think it's 2 years. 2 years. They better get somebody else to do it. I tried to work with them jokers, tried to explain to them what happened. They ain't want to hear it. I got sued by Delta Vacations, baby. Delta Vacations, honey. A lot of women getting ideas. I know they about to go get a policy on their ex, Miss Heard. I'm gonna call mine up tomorrow. Be like, hey, what you doing? I'm gonna be like, twin, where have you been? Nobody loves you like I do. Nobody gonna love you like. He gonna be like, what? What in the world? I'm gonna be like, I need something. Do you need them to be there to get the life insurance policy? Not be there, but like, do they have to sign something? She said, Amore don't know what Afterpay is, bougie. Girl, I thought you was trying to say Apple Pay. I thought you just jacked up the word, but I ain't never heard of no Afterpay. Afterpay. I ain't never heard of that. It might just be only in certain countries. She said, let's continue to put Amore on game. I swear, y'all. I swear to you, y'all gonna have me right, baby. Y'all gonna have me right. You hear me? Y'all are going to have me right, baby. She said, I love Afterpay. A lot of people, listen, they co-signing. Lauren, there you go. You must have been out of the chat because I was trying to find out. I know you do upscale jewelry. We got somebody in here that's looking to do an upscale boutique on clothing. Upscale boutique. She said, policy party tomorrow. I'm calling all my exes for socials. Do you have to have the, oh Lord, wait a minute. Damn, how you gonna get their social? Well, you know what? No, shoot. I ain't got their social. Them jokers ain't gonna give me I might as well just hang it up, child. Them jokers are not gonna give me their social. They're gonna be like, girl, what's wrong with you? Well, I can cancel Christmas on that one. I would not be able to get nobody's social. I ain't know you had to add a social, girl. Why you didn't tell me that now? Why you didn't tell me you need their social security number now? She said they do have to sign off. Wait a minute, they have to sign off? Oh, no, neither one of them will do that. No, let me just keep it moving. Let me keep it moving. I got 2 baby daddies and neither one of them going to sign off on me getting some type of insurance policy for them. They might be like, wait a minute, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? She said Afterpay is not in certain countries. Did I say it was in certain countries? Girl, I probably did say that. I meant certain counties or states or something. I don't know. You know, maybe it wasn't in Vegas or something. I don't know. I ain't never heard of it, though. She says, I had 4 or 5 Afterpays for Christmas. I should have just paid for it because they were killing my account every other week. I'm currently unemployed. The hubby was steady making deposits. So is it something that you sign up for? Let me find out what. Yeah, I don't need to know what it is because then I'm gonna be got myself into something. She said, shit, Apple Pay, my best friend. Now, I like Apple Pay. Yes, I like Apple Pay, baby. I like Apple Pay. She said, I'm more showing her age. Yes, I am. Always, huh? She said, in some states, you can get up to $10,000 without that person being there. Lordy, lordy, lordy. She said, let's connect. I can't remember the girl. What was the name of the girl that was doing the upscale boutique? Are you still in here? I cannot remember your name and I apologize. But who was the one doing the upscale boutique? This is Lauren. Lauren meet whoever she is. I can't think of her name. But if she in here, she'll say something. Natalia said, no, you don't need a social girl. She said, you don't need that social girl. You don't need that social security number. Baby. She says, no, you don't. Where you live, Natalia? It might just be the state you're in. She said, yes. See, that's why I was smart enough to get that social when they were together. Okay, so it might be go by state. Wait a minute. Me said, no, you don't. I got the social. No, you don't. I got the SSN. I put him in insurance after the divorce. That ninja owe me. Okay, are you saying you don't need the social, or you do need it? Which one are you saying? Are you saying you don't or you do? Oh, wait a minute. Tinker said, yep, you cannot get insurance on anyone without their permission. Oh, girl, let's hang it up, Jai. We ain't gonna be able to trick these exes into giving us signing saying they won't, unless they old and crippled. Unless they old. I know my exes are not gonna give me. They might want something in return. That's okay. That's okay. My ex told me, he said, let me tell you something. One thing you can always do is get back with your baby mama, like, meet up and have sex. You know what I mean? He said, if you can't get it from nobody else, you will always be able to get it from your baby mama. That rung in my head for the longest, y'all. I am so stubborn. I don't know if y'all know that, but I am stubborn as hell. The fact that he said that to me, the fact that he told me a man can always sleep with his baby mamas, child, I was determined that I would never spread eagle for that joker no more. You hear me? And I stood on that, and to this day, the day that divorce went final, that was it, baby. I never backdoored, never. I don't care. I don't care how many meetups, late meetups, weekend meetups, to drop the baby off or whatever the case may be. The fact that he said that you can, and he tried, trust me, more than once, even offered me $100 one time. And I was like, this nigga just offered me $100 for some tail. You hear me? But that joker said that you can always sleep with your baby mama. I was determined, baby. Not me. No, indeed. He might can sleep with them other baby mamas because he had 3. But this one right here, he can't tell nobody he slept with me after that divorce was final. No, indeed, baby. No way. I just didn't like the way he said it. Ooh, child, that does something to me. You tell me I can't, I'm going to show you how I can. Do you understand what I'm saying? You tell me I will, I'm going to show you how I won't. I'm talking about, you can always sleep with your baby mama. If you can't get it from nobody else, you can always go and get it from your baby mama. Okay, no, not here, baby. No, you can't, not here. Now, some of y'all might go on and break your baby daddy off, but hell to the no. She said, what $100? She said, what $100 gonna do? That joker tried me. This was long ass time ago, though. I'm talking about long time ago. But I couldn't believe this joker offered me $100 like I was some type of prostitute or some shit. He said, I'll give you $100. I looked at him like, no, absolutely not. No, we don't do that. We don't do that no more. We ain't there. That joker said, I'll give you $100. Like I was going to say, okay, hold on. Go on and give it to me. Man, please. So he could throw that shit up in my face and be like, I gave you $100. Girl, you crazy. You hear me? She said, don't know her more because me is about like me. My ex knew how I felt. He said I was holding a mirror under his nose waiting on his SGLI. Time made me feel better, but I don't blame her. Girl. Child, that's one right there. Couldn't get it. If anybody else, look, I would have gave it to a homeless man on the street before I gave it to him. Now I really wouldn't give it to a homeless man. But I'm just saying, I damn sure wouldn't have went back. No way. But I know some girls that do. Just not this one, baby. She said, I never slept with my ex-baby daddy, never. Okay, Kim. Shoot, I can write that in blood. You hear me? She said, he a goddamn lie, 8 years. I would never F with my daughter dad again, but we cool, but he always tries. See? You want to know why he tried? Because they got in their head that you know, that's what you do, I guess. Not this one. She said, Audacity must have been on sale that day. Okay. Hey, the audacity of him to ask me that dumb shit. $100. You kidding me? She said, the more he wanted it so bad to pay for it. You know what? I think it was a I told you so type thing. I think he wanted to be able to say, I told you. You know what I'm saying? I literally think that he wanted to be able to like throw that in my face later or something. That's how I felt. But the fact that I knew that he said this to me, you know, that you can, you know, this is one, you can always dip back. You can always. I was like, oh, hell no. I don't care how horny or whatever I ever got. That one right there was not it, baby. No, indeed. No, indeed. She said, Mrs. White, you found your prince. She said, right, what the, me neither, the thought makes me gag. Exactly. The thought made me gag, not even because it was bad. Nah, I ain't even gonna say that. It's more, it's the audacity. Like, who said it? The girl, LaShante, how you say that? LaShante? Yeah, LaShante. That girl, LaShante. Like she said, it's the audacity for him to even think that he could that's got me, y'all. I'm mental, honey. I think about things. I process things too goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? I take things literally. I'm too mental. People tell me all the time, you think too much. Yes, I do. I think too much. You hear me? No, indeed. I be thinking like, wait a minute. So if I do that, then you know, then he'll be able to, you know, he'll be able to say, I told you. I can always get that. Oh, hell no. No, you can't. She said, I told my baby daddy, I just threw up in my mouth when he asked me for something. Oh my God, you said that to him? Magnificent said, it's been 23 years with one and 15 with the other. I wouldn't dare. Oh, wow. I don't blame you. She said, a man believing he can always be able to mess with his child mother is like a man thinking pop rocks turn you up. Okay. And ice cubes. Yes, girl. You hit that one right there, girl. Yes. To me said, good night, Amore in chat, working the morning AM. Good night, baby girl. She said, if we talking about baby daddies, I went back to mine. You did, girl. Now, did you do it for the long haul? Like, are y'all still together? Or did you just go back, like, you know, on a slinky link type thing? A sneaky link, or how you say it, slinky link? Or are y'all together? Girl, ain't no take backs. Ain't no backtracks, baby. She said, isn't that a trigger for some of you women, especially when it was DV invoked? And I'm not talking physical. Oh, wow. That's a good question. Sunshine said, I would rather play in traffic before I let my baby daddy touch me again. Okay. Georgiana said, it's mental for me. Me too. That's what I'm saying. It is mental for me. That's exactly what I'm saying. They will forever think they have ties. And that's why I don't think that people should. But I mean, you can't, you know, tell people what to do. Some people will, because they'll say something like, well, you know, I just don't want to be with just a lot of people. And I had a girlfriend that told me that. She was like, well, he used to my body and I'm not ready for another man to be used to my body. And you know, I'd rather just go on and just get my rocks off with him than to try something new. Girl, bye, child, please. Not me. I'd rather go on and give it to Tom, Dick, and Harry before I give it to my ex. I'd rather be the town hoe. I will be the town hoe. I'll be giving it out. You get some cooch. You get some cooch. You get some cooch. Just as long as he don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. No way. Baby. No way. She said, we still together. Oh, you really went back. You went back. Damn, girl. You went back to your baby daddy. But you know what? Y'all must be doing good because you said y'all are still together. Woo, child, not me, honey. Them words, I can't get them words out my head. The words. She said, the thrill is gone, ain't it? She said, it's Sneaky Link. Yeah, what did I say? Slicky Link? Sneaky Link. She said, I definitely said it and also said it's probably small and shriveled up now. Oh, you said that to him? Lord. What I say? Slinky Link? Sneaky Link. Oh, my bad. She said, exactly. I just typed that it's mental for me, not that he thought that I just couldn't exactly. It's mental for me too, baby. See, I be thinking about what he said. That joke said, oh, I can always go back. She said, hey, y'all, what are we talking about? Hey, Pain to Purpose. How are you, beautiful? Girl, we talking about little this and little that, but right now we was talking about how these baby daddies think that they can, like, bounce back. You know what I mean? They think they can always tap that and go on and do their thing. Baby. She said, not the town hall more. I'm done. Yes, girl, I would be the town hall before I give in to that joker. You hear me? She said, me and my high school sweetheart still text each other every year for each other's birthday. For real? Are you married? Wait a minute, you married? Oh, hell no. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't do it, but that's just me, child. Your husband don't say nothing. Man, I'd be so jealous if I knew my husband was doing that shit. I'd grab his damn phone on his stuff. I'll go get the mace too. You hear me? I'd be like, what the hell? She said, we both married. Oh, wow. Child, you better than me. Your high school sweetheart. Yeah, you better listen. You text on your phone or on like Facebook or something? Child, I guess, honey. No way. I'd be feeling away. I ain't jealous, but I think child. I would say something. She said, my daughter think because I'm single now, he can get back in. Oh, my daughter's thinking, no, he literally make me sick to myself. Oh, he thinks because you're single now that he can get back in. Oh, my daughter's dad. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I told you what my ex told me. From Pain to Purpose said, please, I'd rather eat dirt. Okay, girl. Rather eat dirt, baby. She said, when was your final breaking point and how did you know more? My final breaking point to end the relationship. Well, to be honest with you, child, I pulled a bluff card, to be honest with you. I wanted him to change. So I called myself trying to, I'm going to divorce you. You know how we be making these threats and stuff, because he was calling me the B word and some other shit. And I didn't like it. I felt disrespected or whatever because he was controlling, in my opinion. And I thought me filing for a divorce was going to make him say, okay, I'll change, baby, because I love you so much. I'll change. Shit, that nigga signed them divorce papers. I filed for the divorce and I filed it and put it on the countertop. That joker signed it and took it down to the damn courthouse himself. Lord, I almost lost my military mind, child. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. I felt so sad, child. I lost 30 pounds. Hair was falling out. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Shit, I was hurt. I was hooked. You hear me? I couldn't believe he signed that mofo. He made me stand on business because he stood on business. But you know what? He had told me, he said, listen, I'm tired of you always throwing the D word around, the D word around, the D word around. And I did because I was a little runner. I want a divorce. I want a divorce. I want a divorce. So he was like, he was sick of me saying it. And he was like, you know what? You ain't gonna hold that over my head. What do I sign? He signed that paperwork. He took that thing down to the courthouse himself, honey. And then I tried to take it back and he was like, nope. And then I was like, shoot, I fucked up. Then I was mad. But then he was, but then once I, came to the realization that it was over, then he was like, okay, let's get back together for the sake of our daughter. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I think once you let a person get a taste of not being around you for a little bit, because we were separated for about 10 months before our divorce went final. But, them 10 months, I was like, she said, well, how did you approach that? I mean, you mean, I did it out of anger. So I don't advise that. I did it out of anger. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you disrespecting me and calling me out my name. And I filed. But I thought he was going to be like, I'll go to counseling. We can make this work. Let's talk about it. No, hell no, that joker signed them papers. She said, did you regret it? Honestly, I regretted it back then. But afterwards, I realized it was a good thing. He wasn't supposed to be my husband. You know how God try to move stuff out of your life, but you don't want him to remove it? God needed, because I told you he was the same guy that when we had counseling by this pastor one time, the pastor of the church we went to, he came to the house and my ex offered him some freaking Hennessy and Coke. Offered him a drink. But the pastor told me that he was like, I normally don't say this, but that's not your husband. He's not your husband. That's not who God had for you. So in the beginning, yes, because I had a 4-month-old and I just kept on thinking, oh my God, I got this 4-month-old. I don't want to raise her by myself and blah, 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 blah. But when I tell you God carried me the entire way, I didn't suffer at all. It just was smooth sailings. And I got my life together, When I was with him, I didn't even have a college degree, I just had my GED. That's it. I didn't have a high school diploma. I didn't have a college degree. I really wasn't doing nothing but working at the damn PX. Because I had got in the military. I was in the military, and then I had got out for a little bit because he didn't want me in the military. But when we separated, went our own ways, I went back into the military. So, he wasn't for me. I would not be where I feel like I would not be where I am today had I stayed married to him. He was one of those husbands that, hindered your shine. He didn't want your shine to be brighter than his. He wanted you to need him. And ain't nothing wrong with needing. She said, say what? Some Hennessy and Coke? Yeah, he offered the pastor some Hennessy and Coke. But, there's nothing wrong with needing your man, but he wanted you to really be needy. There's a difference than needing a man and being needy. He wanted me to be needy. And I didn't want to be needy. So back then I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I made a mistake. And, I'm sorry. But then after I was like, oh my God, like this is no. I think, to be honest with you, after about maybe like a year or so, I realized I made one of the best decisions ever. It took me a minute though, I ain't gonna lie. But I was like, no, this was the best decision ever. So yeah, but that's why, like, me and my husband, we don't even play with that D word no more. The one I'm with now, because I did it to him too. I didn't go foul, But I used to throw the D word up all the time in his face. And I remember we was in counseling. He was like, listen, he said, can you please explain to her that let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a secret. My husband told the counselor to let me know that me throwing the D word around made him feel less secure in our relationship. And him feeling less secure made him lose love for me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it takes away every time you do this, every time you throw the D word up and say you about to go file for divorce and stuff. He said, it takes away how I feel about you. Like, can you please stop doing that? Like, girl, honey, child, if it had day at the end of the weekday, like if it was a Monday, Tuesday, it had day at the end, I was hollering divorce. If each one of the weekdays ended with day, I was hollering divorce, girl. So we went to counseling and he was like, we got to take it off the table. We got to take it off the table. He said, because I can't do this. She said, very true. My ex-husband did that to me. Oh, he was always hollering divorce? Yeah, you got to be careful with that word. She said, how long did it take you to get over it? It took me about, well, to be honest with you, 3 years for me to actually stop, wanting to like see him down bad. You know what I'm saying? I used to want to see him down bad. I used to, well, I'm gonna be honest. I used to like wish something happened to him, not like death or anything, but like lose money or lose his job. I wanted a payback. I wanted him to feel pain like I did or whatever, right? But if he did, he didn't show it. You know what I'm saying? But after 3 years, he actually came to me and apologized, and he was like, I wasn't a good husband, and stuff like that or whatever. And then he went with that little, my daddy didn't teach me how to be a husband. My daddy didn't teach me how to love, that stuff. He did that to me. And to be honest, every now and again, if we talk on the phone, he'll still say that, like, ain't nobody teach me how to love when I was young. And I roll my eyes at it now because I get so sick of hearing it. Like, God dang, like, dude, you too old to be hollering, my daddy didn't teach me how to love. Like, nigga, we old people. But the last time I saw him, though, is when we both went, he flew in to Charlotte and we drove from Charlotte to where my daughter goes to school. And we moved her into her college dorm together. And we drove back to Charlotte together. Now, it was kind of an uncomfortable drive because, he still, I think sometimes he can be disrespectful with his mouth, like saying stuff like, oh, is Jay hitting it right? I'm like, you can't talk to me like that. Come on now. But he'll try me and then he'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. That was disrespectful. I'm like, yeah, nah, you can't talk to me like that. That we ain't cool like that. Mm-mm. But we ain't the best of friends, but we all right. We all right. She said, at least you got out. She allowed and keeps staying, which is why I call her stupid a lot more to the story. She said, from Tanya, I don't know who that is, but this motherfucker got me fucked up. Give me my motherfucking money and get moving. Who y'all? Oh, you talking about the insurance money. But yeah, it took, about maybe a year to 3 years for me to like literally like, not think about him all the time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to compare him to other guys, and that's oh God, you can't do it, but it's so easy to do. You be like, oh damn, this new guy don't do it like this, and not just sexual. I'm talking about like cook bacon, anything, right? Oh damn, he don't fry chicken like this, or he don't make spaghetti like this, or he don't barbecue like this, or he don't. So my ex was a Scorpio. So we were both talkers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we talked all the time. So we was kind of like friends. I felt like we were. But obviously it wasn't too good of a friends because that shit ended. She said, "Do you honestly feel like you made the right choice now that you're with Jay, or do you feel away?" Girl, hell no. I made the best choice ever. I feel like Jay is the best man I have ever had in my entire life. I've never had anybody like Jay before. No, girl, bye, child. He don't even compare to Jay. Girl, I feel like God sent me an angel when he sent Jay. Hell no, I ain't never. He can't touch Jay with a fucking 2 inch, 2 inch stick. You know what I'm saying? 10 feet stick, nothing. Hey, Angel. Honey, they don't even compare. They night and day. No, yes, I feel like I definitely made the right decision. But to be honest with you, Danielle, I feel like God made the decision for, I feel like it was God that got me away from him. I think God been wanting me to get away from him, but I the one kept wanting, kept wanting to go to counseling, kept wanting to fix it and shit like that. I think God had been telling me that ain't your husband, that ain't him, that you don't supposed to be with him. She said, "Child, I get the hell away from a motherfucker after I've tried everything I can, and he continues to be dismissive of my feelings. I'm out. And I love this for women now." Yep. Yeah, no, She said, "Because me, I went through some things, but I went back to my soulmate." Oh, you did? Oh, no, he was definitely not my soulmate. Jay's my soulmate. This man was 10 years older than me, and he was very old school, like, okay, for instance, and ooh, child, this burns me up more than anything. I can't stand being with a man that if you cry, he say, "Oh my God, I can't believe you crying. Stop being a crybaby." I don't want to be with no man like that. And that's how he used to act. "What you crying for now?" Because you know how sometimes women just cry because we just get fucking emotional sometimes. And I was young, I was 22 years old when I met that man. Shit, I cried a lot. And he said, "Oh my God, what you crying for now?" Like he did not give two fucks about my tears. So listen, I was like, I don't like being treated like that. I know some women probably they be like, "Oh, well, he don't mean it, you shouldn't get bent out of shape over there." Joker, you talk to me ruthless. You talk to me crazy. Very insensitive. He was so insensitive. He called me a crybaby. "Oh my God, you crying again. Oh my God." I was like, "Oh no, this Joker is mean." Kayshawn said, "Me and my man broke up for 5 years. Lord, I compare him to everybody. I had to take my ass back to him. LOL, that's my baby." Well, you know what? I would say, I definitely did not miss the meanness at all. I missed the laughs, and we used to dance and act goofy together. But me and Jay do that now, we laugh and act goofy together. So as long as I can laugh and act goofy with my man, we'll probably, we can work out anything. That's what me and Jay do. Child, we two goofy ass, grown, old ass people for real. Goofy. Like he could be on a business call and I go and shake my butt in front of him and try to entice him, just act all silly-fied or whatever. Goofy, make goofy faces, get him to laugh or something. She said he wants someone to cuss him out. Yeah, he wasn't the very nicest person in the world. It wasn't that he was not nice. He was just too direct. You know what I mean? Just too direct. He didn't have no tact with what he said. He was a first sergeant. I was married to a first sergeant. I was a first sergeant's wife. That joker told me my role was to bake cookies and sell t-shirts. I'm like, I ain't signed up to bake no damn cookies and sell t-shirts. That joker told me that was my role as a first sergeant wife, was to bake cookies and sell t-shirts. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That one Saturday I got up, I was selling them goddamn t-shirts and baking them cookies, feeling like a damn fool. I was doing it, y'all. I was like, I cannot believe I just baked the bastard cookies for the damn military spouses. You hear me? I'm like, I am baking cookies and I'm about to do a t-shirt sale or more. What in the world have you got yourself into? I was telling my friends, girl, I ain't signed up for this shit. I didn't sign up for this shit. She was like, well, you are first on wife. I'm like, damn. Child, I was baking damn cookies and shit. And half of them was older than me. I was younger because I was 10 years older than I was 10 years younger than him. So the other women was older than me and coming to me for advice about shit. Hell, my own marriage is fucked up and they coming to ask me advice about my marriage. I wanted to say, y'all have no damn clue what the hell I'm going through. I ain't got no power in my house. When I tell you I ain't have no power, I'm talking about no power. What he said went. You know what I'm saying? If he said we was watching Netflix, we was watching Netflix, honey. If he said we was going walking, we was going walking. If he said we was having chicken for dinner, we was having chicken for dinner. You hear me? I had no power, okay? No, indeed. They would come and ask me for advice. What should I do? I'm like, girl, child, I have no damn idea. She said, my first husband was 15 years older than me. Girl, child, them age. I know some people love it. They love it. They love the older man, but not me. I don't. Jay 2 years younger than me, and I'm loving that. He 2 years younger than me. But Jay is a gentleman, honey. He is a gentleman. And I love him for that. But he handled his business though, you know. She said that nigga thought you was one of his soul tinkers. While you playing, he did. But now I outrank him now. And he used to brag on me then, he ended up becoming a barber, right? So I would take my daughter to the barbershop or whatever to see him or whatever. And he would always make a big fuss. Like you would think Janet Jackson walked through the door. He'd be like, hey, everybody, hold on, y'all. This is my baby mama. She an officer in the army. This is my baby mama. I said, why do you always introduce me as an officer in the army? Like, goddamn, you got to tell everybody? Like, just say, I'm Jalen's mom. Why you got to be extra? He was so proud though. He was like, this is my baby mama. She's an officer. She's an army officer. She's an army officer. I'm like, oh my God. So I already knew it was going to happen. So I would get out the car and walk in. I had to brace myself. He about to bring attention to me. He always put me on the spotlight. I was like, oh Lord. She said, did you ever watch the show Military Wives? Yes, I did. I used to watch Military Wives and say, I ain't like that. I ain't no military wife. I used to be like, them old dumb women. But it was so different. It was so, in my opinion, not the true picture of military wives. They had them like military wives just sit around and gossip and eat and get fat and shit like that and have a bunch of gatherings. But yeah, child. She said, fall in line, baby daddy. She said, I love this discussion, but my old butt got to go to work in the morning. Good night, everybody. Good night, Rita. I'm about to end the live anyway. I'm about to end the live. She said, you should have went in and yelled, attention. Girl, I used to be like, man, I'm about to go to this man's job. I'm like, oh, my God. Here he go. I know he about to put on some type of damn show. And he did every time. I was like, oh my God. Sometimes I'll call and say, can you meet me outside? He said, no, I'm cutting hair. Can you come in? I'd be like, I already know why this joker want me to come in. I already know why he want me to come in. And it never failed. But after a while, you just let him have it. You know what I'm saying? You just let him have it. But anyway, y'all, it is 8:41 in the Central Time in Texas. I know it's 9:41 for you East Coasters. So I am about to get off this live. Y'all make sure y'all thumb up this live, baby. Thumb up this live. Thumb the live up right quick. Let me see how many likes I have. Hold on. Let me go look. She said, I used to hate military wives. Them heifers thought they had their husband's rank. Girl, yes, Lord, they did. Didn't they? Child, yes, honey. They thought they was the damn service member. Girl, yes. I remember that. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. I got 162. Yeah, thank y'all. Hey, break room. She said, good night, all. Hey, honey, how are you? She said, put a stop to that shit, Sharonda. What's Sharonda saying? She said, good night, ladies. It was a great, peaceful chat tonight. Yes, girl. She said, what's popping tomorrow? I'm not sure. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's see. Let's see where the wind blow, child. We just got to see where the wind blow. I didn't know the wind was going to blow left this morning. I didn't know. I was caught off guard. But I do want to show y'all something before I get off right quick, y'all. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that, y'all? She said no. You don't even know what I'm going to do, Shantisa. Okay, I won't do it. I won't do it. But y'all up here talking about no. Y'all don't even know what I wanted to do. What did I want to do? What did I want to do? Tell me what I want to do. She said no negative energy. I'm not going to do no negative energy. I was going to show y'all some receipts, though. Do y'all want to see a receipt? She said, nope, we moving on, my sister, onward. She said, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, no more. Do y'all want to see a receipt? That I just wanted to show y'all because I heard that I had a fake text. And I don't do fake text at all. I'm not the fake text queen at all. I just thought that I would just, run some text message. She said, yes, show them. Do y'all want me to show them? She said, only positive. I'm not going to be negative. I just want y'all to see some text. Do y'all mind or no? She said, then you're going to drop it in the live. Yes, I'm going to drop it in the live. I just want you to know, okay? All right. I'm going to turn the camera on. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera on, and I just want y'all to see these texts, and that's it, okay? Y'all saying no. It's just text messages. I'm not going to show the whole thing. She said, we're good. We believe you. I know, but... All right. Okay. I'm hearing yes, do it. I'm hearing no. Look, I'm just going to show y'all just a few. Just a few. That's it. Okay? I'm not adding no fuel to the fire. I'm not, y'all. I promise. I just want y'all to see this, okay? Just hold on. Because I don't make fake texts, okay? I don't make fake texts. All right. Look. Okay, so listen. I just want to show y'all something right quick, okay? So this is the text that happened today, okay? That's what it started at today. You see the name. You see the name, right? You see all the text or whatever. I just want y'all to see. I don't do fake text. I don't do fake text, okay? I don't have to make fake text. I don't have to do that. Oh, y'all can't see this too. Okay, I'm doing it too fast. Okay, hold on. I don't know how much y'all saw. Okay, hold on. Look. I don't have to do fake text, okay? Because somebody said I did fake text. Somebody accused me of creating fake texts and said somebody didn't write you back. You hear me? Okay, I don't do fake texts. Never created a fake text a day of my life. Okay, never have I ever created fake texts a day of my life. I don't do fake texts. Okay, does this look fake to you? Does all this look fake to you? Does that look fake? I can keep going. Does this look fake, y'all? Does this look fake? Because if it was fake, will it go all the way back? Does this look fake? I don't have to do fake texts. Never ever do I need to do fake texts. Who is this? What's the medicine? What is all this? Huh? What's all that? Because I paid $1,200 for medicine. I don't have to do no fake text, okay? So I just wanted to show y'all that. It goes back even further. I don't have to do fake text. So anyway, okay, that's it, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know I don't have to do fake texts, okay? I'm very transparent. I don't have to lie just to, you know what I mean? I don't have to do that. I don't do fake texts. That ain't me. I don't do shit like that. I'm 100. I'm 100. I am 100%. I own my shit. I take accountability. I don't do fake texts. It is what it is. So if you hear somebody saying it's a lie, I lied and this, that, and the other, they are fucking lie. Okay? Okay? But anyway, y'all, I'm going to end this live. We still going to end on a positive note. I'm actually going to go and delete this part of the live because I don't want to kill the vibe. And then we're going to come back and play some bingo. Okay? Okay? That's what we're going to do. She said, I did not create fake messages for Amore or Dawn, so I wish the supporters would stop that. Oh, hey, Ashley, I didn't even know you was in the chat, girl. I didn't even know you was in the chat, honey. Yeah, child. She said, when the madness end? It's going to end. I just thought I would show y'all that only because she said, read my message. Okay, hold on. Dimples, where your message at? She said, hey, Ashley G, how are you today? You talking about that message? Oh, no. She said, hey, Amore, I missed your live. Oh, okay. Sad I missed your live. I'll watch the replay. Yes, watch the replay. It was really good. It was really good. All right, y'all. I love y'all because I don't want to change the vibe because we had such a great live. But we're going to still do bingo. She said, Miss Tanya, not everybody be carrying bones. I don't follow nobody but Amore, and I'm not on everybody panel. Never have been, never will be. She can clear her name just like everybody else. Yeah, I just want to clear that part up. Just that part, y'all, because, yeah, I don't do that. I don't just say stuff just to, I don't do that. So she said, yes, it was a great live as usual. Thank y'all. And thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up because I do see that y'all hit that thumbs up and I appreciate that. But I'm going to end this live and I'm going to just take out this part of the live because I don't want it to be, I don't want to leave a damper on this live. Okay, she said, Amore, how do you do that? How do I do what? How do I do what, me? How do I do what? How do I do what? You asked me twice. How do I do what? Tell me. She said, you don't have to lie to kick it. Exactly. She said, drop the link. Long as it's nothing negative, nothing negative, please. Nothing, we ain't trying to talk about no negative stuff, okay? I dropped the link, but as long as you don't come up with nothing negative, I don't want to talk about nothing. I just wanted to show that because, yeah, no, not your girl, not this girl. Not this girl, baby. Not this girl. Thank you, Brown Shorty. Let me see if as long as it's nothing negative, we'll be good. I'm like, fake. Fake. No, I don't even wear fake hair, y'all. I don't even wear fake hair, baby. Fake. For those that have not subscribed, can you please subscribe to my channel? I need 9 more subscribers to have 4,000. I'm ready to celebrate this weekend. I need 9 more subscribers. If you're not subscribed to my channel, can you please hit the subscribe button, please? Thank you. She says, always been real and soliciting in my eyes. That's why I rock with you. Good night. Great live. Thank you, Sharonda. Yeah, no, I'm not fake. She says, I'm going to forever say your reputation is what others think of you. Your character speaks for itself. Amor, you're 100. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Classy.
How you doing?
I'm good, good. How are you?
It's going to be really, 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 really fast. Really fast.
Okay,
And
so there's no
I'm
drama because I don't want to talk
it's
drama.
no drama. No,
Okay,
I ain't got
okay,
time for that. I ain't got time for that.
okay.
That's the devil. For real, I don't have time for that. But just to get up here, to be honest with you, it's a whole. It's not. This is. It's no drama. But we called for peace at the beginning, okay? We called for peace. I love the way today you went on and you went forth in doing whatever I'm assuming God put on your heart to do. It was a great live. It was awesome and everything. But at the end of the day, I understand flesh is probably saying, no, this is lie. I gotta speak to this. I gotta speak to that. And me personally, I would tell Felicia the same thing. You no, you don't
I kind of
have to
don't even
prove.
want to bring her name up in my chat.
Okay. You don't have to. Nobody has to prove nothing to nobody. Nobody owes
I just did
nobody.
because
I
I just
want you to know that you don't have to prove nothing. I understand.
okay.
I understand. I totally understand. You know your heart. God knows your heart. Everybody else know their own heart. But what I'm saying is that all we doing, because what the supporters is doing, they're back and forth to different chats. They back and forth.
Yeah, but you're
And,
bringing that's drama. I don't want to talk about that.
okay, you feel like it's drama. I respect
Yeah,
that.
because it's gonna
But
start
just
comments,
go in
and I don't
peace.
want
Go.
that.
Oh, I understand. Go
You
in
know what I'm
peace.
saying?
Yes, go in peace. Go
Okay.
in peace. Okay. Just
Okay.
stay in peace and remain in peace. Okay.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, baby. Yeah, I kind of don't want to talk about that because it brings comments that I don't want to read and don't want in my chat. But thank y'all so much for respecting my chat today. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make me feel so warm inside. I really appreciate it. You hear me? From the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so very much. I'm going to end this live. I'm going to delete maybe the last 5 minutes of the live because I don't want to even have that even on my live. I want my live to be happy and nice and warm and fuzzy and lovable, baby. You hear me? Lovable. I don't want it to be nasty and weird. You hear me? Good night, Lauren. Love y'all. So listen, I'm coming back in about give me about 10 minutes. Well, about 10 minutes to set up for bingo, and I will be back. Love y'all. Bye. Smooches. Mwah. Good night, y'all.